going on with you? Open
Gotcha.
ENT. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Open ENT, Red Pill Rescue Live, Philadelphia, California. What's good with you? How's good, brother?
And what's going on? Ain't shit. I say peace and benedictions. Peace to the fam. Peace to everybody
Right.
coming in. I mean, so
Right.
got a lot of crazy allegations going on. In this hip hop shit. You know what I mean? And it's
Right.
like when the last time we convened on this subject. We was talking about what they plan to do with your man Rick Ross, right? Because Rick
Right.
Ross ain't over. We stopped that where they basically trying to stop the beef. You
Right.
allegedly, UMG then bang the gavel to say all right, enough is enough. And we explain you know why they would do such a thing, the $400 million contracts and so forth, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But we got some more crazy allegations, and that paint, this dude Drake in a more dark, sinister as a more dark, sinister character. My fault. You know what I mean? But
Right.
that's why we leading with this right here. Because this is what is this? An Instagram post from what's the young boy name? Pope
X triple X Beyond or whatever. XXX Beyond.
Texion, Tenexion or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't
What?
came up
Yeah. I didn't mean to butcher his shit, but yeah. Good job.
with God bless the dead. You know what I mean? But we gonna go. We just want that to be stapled in your head as we start this. I guess down this rap beef rabbit hole. You know what I mean? But Pope, it's
Right.
everybody beefing and shit. You know what I'm saying? We got new
Right.
beef on top of new
Yep.
beef. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's not a
Right. Right. Coming too. What's going on with y'all? Tapping in.
so we just we gonna pick up where we left off at. So you know we talked about the $400 million contract that UMG got with Drake. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
loosely about the implications that we got right here in this whole Diddy script. You know what I mean? The
Right.
Diddy situation where Universal Music Group is actually implicated in the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And DJ Khaled. Yep. And they all and a few other people.
If you it's a in February the
Let's say it again.
brought against Combs. I'm reading the highlighted area. The fifth lawsuit brought against Combs. He was sued by a music producer, Lil Ryder. Everybody know that, pun intended,
Right.
right? Or pause or whatever, y'all. You know what I'm
But
saying?
whatever is appropriate.
That Combs drugged and sexually assaulted Jones, and also forced him to have sex with sex workers. So the lawyer, lawyer for Combs described these allegations as pure fiction. Combs' adult Justin son, just Justin, you know what I'm saying? That's the young boy that
Right.
just I think he dissed 50. He made a record about 50. So, this all this shit ties in. So that's why we bringing this back up. So
Right. Right.
adult son Justin and his chief staff, whatever that name is. I ain't even gonna fuck that up. But Universal Music Group, who was that?
Mm-hmm.
We just talked about your man Lucian,
Right.
and the
Right.
boy or Lucy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Right.
So we just highlighted that area right there to show you that these people is all in this mess. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they try to like move the goalpost argument, but all of these motherfuckers is in this bullshit. And that's what the fuck we were saying from the rip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That they
Right.
they just trying to focus on certain people. So, of course, I wanted to dig up some etymology on the name Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we look that shit. We dug in on a little bit, but can you read that shit right? Oh,
Let me see. From Middle English, Drake, dragon, Satan. From Old English, Draka, dragon, sea monster, huge serpent. from Proto-West Germanic Draco, dragon from Latin Draco, dragon from ancient Greek,
So what
Draken.
we seeing here? We seeing that Drake means dragon, or
Mhm,
Drake for the niggas in Chirac, right? Draco, right?
mhm.
A
Right,
serpent, a sea monster. So they're kind of like how what they say a citizen is in the law dictionary, or a person,
mhm.
my sea monster. But like that's like Leviathan or the red dragon. You know what I'm saying? You
Or
know,
snake.
whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
A
right.
huge serpent, right? You know what I'm saying? Latin words, right? Because we know
Mhm.
that and it tells us to see dragons because we know these words are like the English language is composed of different languages. You know what I'm saying?
Right, 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 right.
It tells us to see dragon right here, right?
Mhm. Right.
Uh, that,
Mhm.
what I'm saying, but it's the same thing, same reference. Huge serpent. Now, what is that dragon in reference to? You know what I'm saying? Remember we
Mhm.
talked about Lucian and Lucifer and light bearer and all of that shit, right? So
Right,
now we
right.
Drake being synonymous with dragon, big sea monster serpent like Leviathan or the red dragon, that which is Satan is called. You know what I mean? Now,
Mhm.
want to read that shit right here that's highlighted for us, Pope?
Here,
You gotta go
increase the size.
read something
Yeah,
you read.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, here, I'll read the highlighted part because I can see that part. The
Yeah, that's
dragon appears.
all we want.
Okay, the dragon appears to symbolize power. Um, Revelation 13:2, and again, God conquers with power. Revelation 22. I'm just going to skip the whole Revelation talking part. All right. Satan is an evil angel. Then you got Ezekiel, a created being, a cherub who used to live in heaven with God. A Revelation term, dragon, is another name for Satan and is symbolic of Satan's real power.
So dragon is another name for Satan, and
Right.
dragon is another word for Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You see where you look. What they say: follow the money, follow,
Mm-hmm.
and it leads you to the rituals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not surprising that a dude who's literally named after Satan, right, calls
Right.
himself God. Even in Japanese anime, they got the six gods, right?
Mm.
One
Okay.
the god is the dragon, the evil god. You know what I mean? And you got the just like how you got the last airbender, you got the air god, the water god, all these different pantheon of gods, but they got six.
Elements and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even
Right.
how people was calling them Thanos. Thanos was going around trying to get the six stones. So
Right.
this is and the dragon or the mark of the beast. The devil is marked by six. Some people would say 616. Some people would say 666. It depends on how far you want to go back. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When you really look at it. But they say, oh no, that's not his name, right? But all right, now another angle on it, draconian, right? The draconian
Mm-hmm.
system that we under, right? That
Right.
comes from Athens. The lawgivers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
so we know these people who literally worship the dude who broke the law, right? And his
Right.
brother deaf, and he was a murderer. And when he got the law, he broke it. So these are the lawgivers. You know what I'm saying? The first
Right.
law and the first lawgivers. So you have this draconian law, you know what I'm saying? That still in place today, right? But again, like I was gonna say, people would say, no, that's not what it means. His sixth god is because of this shit right here, right? He's implying that he's God of Toronto, and the six is Toronto's main area code, the 416, but they call it the six for short. So, but all
Mm.
right, just like this dude asked for, right?
Right.
Didn't he ask for a double, triple entendre?
Mm.
You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Quadruple entendre. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All kind of little
His
situations.
name of itself is a double, triple entendre. So
Mm.
yeah, this is what it means on the surface, right? But we just went through what it means when you dig into it. That's why you see all of this symbolism right here, right? The OVO owl,
Uh-huh.
like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the owl at the Bohemian Grove that they,
Right.
alleged, people get sacked. You got the Draco constellation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the sixth guy, and look, case in point, this is the year of the dragon.
Mm.
2004 is the year of the dragon. What a coincidence! So the year of the dragon
Right.
is, being tarred and feathered. You know what I'm saying? Or look, let's say the dragon is being cooked, right? Because that's what everybody
Right.
keeps cooked. He's
Right.
cooked.
Sacrifice. He's burnt.
And then we just
They
come off
burning him.
came off of
They
the 13.
burning the owl.
Right. We just came off of the 13-day fire ritual, prepping for
Right.
Beltane. Showed you
Yep.
all.
And they just burned the owl. Yep. During that whole time.
Yeah, we pointed all that shit out. They've been getting stoking the fire for the owl. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
know, all the rituals that that took place during these past couple days, having to do with fire. Of course, you got to have the rap battles and shit. And like we pointed this shit out that all right, they end this beef. What's the name? Say he don't want to end it, right? And
Right.
then boom, who you got? You got what's the name dissing him now? You know what I'm saying? You got this dude. You know what I'm saying?
That.
This, oh my fault. Yeah, this dude right here, Drake. I mean, uh, what's his name? Fucking Game dissing Rick Ross. Now, what is his
Right.
reason for dissing Rick Ross at this time? Is he defending Drake? Is he defending Kendrick? What is he doing? You know what I'm saying?
Extraction.
But allegedly, this dude he picked this time to be mad at Rick Ross for using Freeway Ricky Ross's name. You know what I'm saying? Now let me
Right.
move right here. Now you see, this is Hip Hop Double XL. See how
Right.
they group the beef story together. You
Right.
know, really this is coming on the heels of ending that shit, and people trying to make it seem like him putting this picture up at Drake house, led to multiple people coming to Drake crib because now we up to
Right. Right.
three
Right.
people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying so far.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a way to try to
Allegedly.
is his fault.
Right.
First one, a lot of people is crediting that to the EXO and the Weekend and all that allegedly. We got to play by
Yeah.
the rules. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
now they come with two other people who popped up at Drake crib. So now that's a way to try to say like, oh yeah, see you was
It's
wrong.
over now.
You know what I
Right.
mean? But yeah, like to kind of police this situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They try
So
to
like
deaden it.
so now, but Rick, uh, he's trolling. He's trolling Game. This is his response to Game. He's just trolling them and shit, right? Because he's saying, yeah, you thirsty, you trying to get some bread, you hungry, you know what I'm saying? But it's
Right.
like, is it even if this isn't a part of the script, right?
Mm. Right.
The simple fact that you choose to diss Rick Ross for using Freeway Ricky Ross right after the Kendrick and Drake beef, come on, man, is
Right.
that you
Right.
know what
And
I'm
at
saying?
the same time, when Rick Ross spoke on the fact that it wasn't over, that the whole Drake thing wasn't over, you know what I mean? Like they deflecting off of that because he was still inciting the situation when everybody else was trying to calm it down.
Right,
They was trying to make it seem like it was over. So of course they, you know what I mean, they're gonna send somebody at him to deflect, his opportunity or what he was talking about to try to make him feel like he was on something else. You know what I mean? And having academics to co-sign, oh, you on the clock, or you know what I mean, shit like that. Like what's up with that? You know what I mean? Like they really, all of a sudden, old boy getting on his head, right after he said the shit about Drake. You feel what I'm saying? Like coincidentally, but how you say about them coincidences.
mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. How many times? What's going on with y'all?
Before it's
Right,
mathematical. But like they try to pivot, with the Rick Ross situation because you got Game coming out of nowhere dissing the motherfucker, right? For
right,
some old shit. Like, all right, like, and that's what I'm saying. Even if it wasn't a script, it's still nutty because it's like, damn, like you could have been if you was going to address him on that shit, you could have been addressed him on that shit. But it's like,
right,
all right, really like some character type shit where it's like, all right, that's almost like your manager or somebody telling you like, yeah, this is a perfect opportunity. You might as well diss him now while beef is a hot topic. You know what I'm saying? So
right, right, right.
be the case. but then it's looking kind of suspect.
Right.
I mean, look, I got the record, but I don't know if you want to play it or not. But I do got the record though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But why get muted? You know what I mean? We doing so well. We got slides. We can,
Okay,
you know what I mean,
Rose.
slide our way through that. You know
Look,
what
We
I'm
gonna talk
saying?
about Drake
look.
when
Hmm.
you stole all my notebooks. Remember when you was in Roy Jones' studio barefooted, full of them dirts?
Talking about Rick Ross.
BMF wasn't your
Oh
song,
wow.
homie. You know who song that was for?
Mm-hmm.
You looking at him. Fat boy. I know you stink, cause I know you smell like nothing but booms. I know you still smoke them dirts. Come on, man. That's a day kind of thing, man.
That dude
Before Rick Ross and Plies, they
simultaneously.
didn't exist. There was the Not Gripper clique was consisted of me, Kingston, and Capone. They literally made Plies off me, and they went found Rose from somewhere, correction officer, and Plies was a registered nurse prior to rapping, bro.
Well.
And
Hmm.
we, the thing is this: we called this shit. Anybody, you can go back and look at the last video that we did that we made. What,
Yeah.
last week or some shit, and we said, yeah, I
Right.
wonder what they're gonna do about Ross since he's saying that he gonna keep this shit going. Now, and
Right.
again, is it a coincidence that you got Game who come out the woodwork and decided to dig up some shit that he should have been addressed? I'm not even
Right.
saying for addressing it, but you
Yeah.
should have. You know what I'm saying? But
While the lawsuit was going on.
right,
At
but
least
then
while the lawsuit was going on.
but you got this dude accusing Rick Ross of stealing shit from him. Now look,
Right.
I got no dog in this race. I'm not defending Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Because
Not me either.
I remember when that nigga said that he was gonna put uh Molly in the girl drink and she ain't know it or some shit like that. And he got his Reebok deal got canceled. So you know again, we not defending these motherfuckers, because a lot of these motherfuckers got crazy shit on them. You know what I'm saying? But we just
Right.
showing how the shit, how these motherfuckers moving behind the scenes and shit. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
it's like theoretically, right? So
Right.
so
Right.
it's like, all right, you got this Drake Kendrick shit that they wanted to set up on some script shit, but this shit obviously got way out of hand.
Yeah, it's way out of proportion
It
at this point.
wasn't what they had in mind. You know,
Right. Right.
scripted,
Right.
fan favorite type shit, but you
Right.
know,
Right.
and this shit became something different. So now they had
Right.
to,
Right.
now allegedly they got to do damage control. It's not
Right.
even,
Right. Right.
they basically confirming this shit. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
trying to interest, right? So
Mhm.
now it's like, all right, it's not a coincidence for anybody looking at this shit carefully. It's not a coincidence that these dudes just pop up, just wanting to diss each other all at the same time, because it's
Right.
like
Right.
the powers that shouldn't be over there at UMG is like, yo, get these motherfuckers to change the subject, get these motherfuckers to get off of that Drake shit.
Right. Right. Right.
They try to report on the shit, right? But they
Right.
for the pedo shit. They skip all over the PDF accusations. They go, oh yeah, Drake talks about his wife. Kendrick was
Yeah.
put a record and saying that he's thing but the PDF allegations.
Right. 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 Right.
That shit don't exist, right? But
Yeah. Right.
more and more worse by the day. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Oh, TikTok, social media, and all that. They still banging on this motherfucker. So it's like y'all
Right.
not with it, y'all. These meager tactics that they've been using that's been effective for a long time is not
Right.
working.
Nope. Not this time.
These motherfuckers really played themselves. They really set this shit up to something to, like, now look, the thing is, just like how we titled this shit, what is this hip hop shit distracting us from? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Right.
even though they did fuck up with their intentions, this shit is still juicy, right? It's still a
Right.
juicy to the point that people was all focused in every day. People getting up, they got whole threads and feeds dedicated to this shit. Like I seen a on World Star, they got a section where it just say Drake videos, and you can just click
Yeah.
feeding you
Yep.
all. So even though this is not something that they intended, they use it to distract you from the shit that's going on in the fucking world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know,
Right. Right.
we're gonna get through that. We're gonna get to that, but you know, we just we're gonna lay out some of these motherfucking stories and go down to some of these fucking rabbit holes. Not all the way down, but we're gonna let y'all know. Well, everybody know what the fuck going on. It ain't really
Right. Right. They
exclusive
ain't even
shit.
hiding it no more. Yeah. Yeah. They ain't even hiding it no more. So yeah,
Right.
it's in your face, like for real, on the daily. And like, what you gonna do about it? They're telling you what you gonna do about it. March.
Yeah,
You
because
know, where you?
talking about the same shit now. So it's like a lot of they echo themselves. Everybody, truth echoes itself. So when people was the same conclusions, looking at the same research, you're gonna see a lot of people basically having the same talking points.
Right.
Our job is to have a our perspective on it, our perspective on it, but also to give you some extra shit that's going on top of that, because that's really our piece, is dropping the truth, knowledge. So
Right. Right.
in this whole distraction shit, we're gonna let you know other shit that's been going on while this story gets juicier and juicier, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right. So.
So yeah, so just stay tuned for that shit, But we gonna shoot the shit with this dumb shit right here.
Right.
So okay, back to the comic book. Okay, so this dude, right? He's saying that Rick stole his shit, right?
Right.
AIM is saying that he stole Freeway Rick Ross name, and they had a whole court case and all of that shit. So
Right.
all of that is to do what? Get Rick to
Extract.
about Drake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's looking like.
Mm-hmm.
Get Rick to stop
Yeah.
talking about, right? But the people
Right.
ain't talking about Drake. That's the thing.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? People ain't stopped
Right.
talking. So of course that burner account, they released another video. You know what I'm saying? They released another video. Now everybody seeing these video clips. So we just gonna cut right to some of these allegations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
all right, I want to start with this right here. This photo that everybody is using right here. Now, one thing I want to point out is that look at Drake's arm right there. See his arm, like how he got his arm around somebody, right? You see that? But his arm
No.
like barely touching, I guess, like this chair or this tube where this dude Christopher Alvarez is allegedly sitting at, right? And of course the background is blurred out, and it almost looked like Drake's wrist is cut in half. You notice that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They photoshopped or
Yeah,
deleted whatever was in the background.
yeah. I mean, but the thing is this. Now, I can say one thing I can say about the lighting. The lighting looks similar, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
The lighting on both these people looks similar, but
Uh-huh.
I can't confirm or deny that this is the actual picture. Now, of
Right.
course, I'm gonna run with it and say, yeah, this is them together. Now, I'm not saying that they wasn't together.
Right. Right.
I'm just saying that this particular picture right here looked a little suspect to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, look, this don't got nothing to do with the powers that shouldn't be. This could simply be somebody trolling people to have a good story. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
everybody
Right.
clickbaiting and looking for opportunities to get page views and shit. They're not worried about really putting out real information. They just worried
Right.
about
Right.
the best stories. So if somebody, I was
Right.
surprised if somebody copied and pasted this picture right here and put these two motherfuckers together, you know what I'm saying, and did a little
Right.
Photoshop look like that. But
Uh-huh.
that's just the tip of the iceberg with this shit here. And of course, some more um video editing, type shit, internet trolling type shit that they doing, and
Right.
it's like whether they just cooking Drake or not,
Mm.
he's starting to look like he's really starting to look like this dude, pun intended.
He's morphing into him.
Yeah,
He's morphing into him. Yeah. At
yeah.
least got that on there.
But it's like, man, like maybe maybe he might fake his own death too. You know.
Yeah, he damn near close.
So look, everybody is familiar with this burner account right here. Some people saying this is some dude named Michael Myers. That name don't even seem like a real name to me
Right.
either. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? People saying that dude works in security, right? He
Mhm.
he works in a security job, right? So this is how he would get allegedly. So this is how he would be able to get some security footage. But of course, we know
Right.
that's the way that you can get shit. You could give a motherfucker the security a bag of weed or something, and it might get
Right.
some footage or something, depending on what kind of security you're with. So
Right.
and I'm not saying that to refute that because I don't know. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that part came out. Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
but this is supposed to be the dude who we just saw in the previous video, right? Who's saying that nothing happened between him and Drake, right? But the
Right.
thing is that all right, this is supposed to be security camera footage of this dude waiting at Drake Hotel where he was supposed to be there at like 3 o'clock in
Mm-hmm.
the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it's like now allegedly they're saying, well, he was going to go listen to some beats. But all right, as far as my knowledge, he's not an artist. He's an investigative reporter. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
what is he doing, a report on beats?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
On
Like
what Drake got coming out?
what? And it's like, all right, from the looks of it, they're saying that Drake wasn't even here. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? He was waiting for him. So all right,
Yeah.
how is listening to these beats to this dude right here?
Right.
That's right.
Right.
If everything is what we see here is sound, right?
Right.
Then why is it so important? My question to Mr. Alvarez is why is it so important for you to listen to these beats at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Right. There's some shit from somebody you don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me. Yeah. Are you rapping for him? Or are you letting him like, here, this is what I'm gonna say over this, or you know
If
what I
he
mean? You can previewing the new album. He could have said previewing the new album or something. That
if
would
he
have made him sound a little more official.
if he was an artist and he was, I would solely understand. I would fully understand. Like, okay, yeah, he's an artist.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can. See
Mm-hmm.
that. He's hungry to get in the game. But
Right.
for
Right.
not artist, that had me like, that sounds just a little suspect right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Right.
So, Pope, what's the consensus that people are saying about this whole altercation? Or alleged?
Right. Right. The boy came out and said that he wasn't violated. Um, and that was his statement that's been came out since then. He had to make a statement about it. And so basically what that goes on, a couple of people then spoke on it too, was like what that means to them is that everything was consensual. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't violated. I mean, whatever happened at wherever the fuck he was, then that's something that, went as it should have, according to that, and so he's taking the rap for it, I guess he probably talked to some people to make sure that, he at least threw that out there, along with a bunch of other things that don't make sense to some other individuals, like you say about the 3 o'clock in the morning going over there. But there is a whole lot of interesting things about that that's been came to light since, um,
Now, this is
about like, go ahead.
possibly where Drake was supposed to allegedly discard those items that they saying was stolen. Now
Right.
like if now all
They
right,
no longer know it's stolen.
like
Yeah.
how back in the day, oh well, shit, not even back in the day, but even when motherfuckers is being investigated and shit. Even there's a couple rap lines out there where the motherfuckers be talking about the feds going through people garbage and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
The clause on that shit is when you discard something for trash, it's trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
But it was there for over 3 months. Yeah.
right,
And it was talking about their, yeah.
like in Philly, motherfuckers put trash out and shit, and then you got the junkers that come through and junk shit, right?
Right. Right.
Junk, and let's say somebody put your trash out. You know what I'm saying? You can't argue that that's not trash once it's picked up for trash. So if somebody come and take it, it's like, all right, you discarded it for trash. You know, so that's possibly going to be the argument if they do have some type of court case. You know what I'm saying? But this is supposed to be the day that allegedly Drake discarded or left or whatever happened to all these items that he had. You know what I'm saying? So now you see right here where the this is the people saying it's the mole. I don't know what this is, but whoever this motherfucker is playing. He's like on some like I know what you did last summer type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like remember that, remember that movie? Like he on that type time. So he said like yeah, and right here say yeah. Let me remind you, jog your memory where you left them items at. Boo boo about this that and the third. So they also make a line a reference to you know Drake's character in the wheelchair. You know what I mean? So the internet, they went the internet, they start going in with the bullshit. Like how, you know what I mean? So this is another security angle. Now people look, but peep that black and white floor and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the May Sons of May, the people who walk on black and white floors and hide behind blue doors, that's how they get down. Just like the latest Megan Thee Stallion video, right? Megan the Man Horse video. They got her on some video game shit, right? So
Right.
she like I know it's a movie like that where that's where they got this theme from. But basically she comes through the screen or some shit. But long story short, inside this dude's room, he got black and white floors and shit. You know what I'm saying? With a red carpet rolled out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's strange. I never seen nobody have black and white floors inside their house. But a lot of times, these movies they use that black and white floor symbolism all the time. It's countless movies that they put that shit in, TV shows and shit, and they know you're not, you know. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Um, I think that, this hotel being, I guess, exclusive to celebrities or high profile people,
Right.
or people who walk on black and white floors. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's why they would have this shit here. So
Right.
now to speak to what you're saying about these all these allegations, right? You know,
Right.
um, they saying like, well, dude is saying that he wasn't assaulted, right?
Right.
So that would also imply that they were together. So if he's saying that, I never was around him, and then it also makes me think like, well, who asked you that question? Did they ask you that, or did you just come out and just say, hey, he didn't he didn't do anything to me? Well, who asked you that?
Right.
Right. Right. You know what I'm saying? Who asked you that?
Mhm.
Or you just making a statement to say, hey, yeah, I wasn't assaulted. Who
Yeah.
implied you were insulted?
Mhm.
Did anybody say that, or are you just coming out and saying that? You know what I'm saying? So if you just coming out and saying that, that makes me think a little like, just like on the other video where we showed the young John. I think we still got that clip, where the young John is talking about, I can't say that because that'll be in the court, and it's like, whoa, nobody asked you that, but sometimes will be bad liars. But let's address this shit right here that motherfuckers are saying on Reddit. Now, this is
Right.
coming from one of them Reddit rooms, the Dark Kenny, so you pretty much see where they're going with that, where everybody's position is, right? But they saying that your man Drake is being accused of some bestiality shit. So now I didn't see this actual clip, but
Mhm.
allegedly they're saying that your man Academics was sent the video by an anonymous person, right? And it's
Right.
just audio. Now it's to me it's along the levels of the Meek Mill audio. You know what I'm saying? I can't confirm it and not deny audio, So they saying that, it's an audio clip, uh allegedly Drake doing some shit to some dogs. You know what I'm saying? So basically, they saying he into some bestiality type shit. So, you know, of course, motherfuckers start digging up his old lyrics and shit right here, and they saying like, you know, in one of these lyrics, move this banner right here real quick. So in the last line right here, he's asking, I guess he's asking a girl, can she do the dog? Now, somebody might take that literally, but then that also can be, you know, viewed as somebody, you know, talking about his, you know, some back shots. You know what I'm saying? But you know, see, you say at the bottom and say, I know, see, I know you a cat, but your pussy do the dog. You know what I'm saying? But can your pussy do the dog? You see what I'm saying? So now people is taking that. Now, of course, even with this album art right here that he got, right, which looks like to be like some type of ungulate, you know what I'm saying? Some type of four-legged animal, you know. But I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a dog, maybe it's not, you know. But you know, that's basically what the internet is talking about. This nigga is like allegedly did some shit with dogs. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that, you know, that, and it's like, you know, the shit just listen, whether it's, see, this is the thing, whether it's true or not, right? I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell you, oh yeah, I know he did it. I don't fucking know. Wasn't there, you know, and I can't confirm the audio. But at the same time, it's like this is not good for your PR team. It's not
Right.
good. They try, like, they literally shut down the beef to try to stop the hemorrhaging. And
Yeah.
now you
Triage. Yeah, yeah. They got he's
now
an
you
urgent.
allegedly popping dogs in the cakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, man. Like, you know, it's this shit just getting weirder and weirder, man. You know, and it seems, don't it, listen, don't this shit just seem a little too interesting? It's like, yo, how the fuck did we get to here to there? You know what I'm saying? Now, of course,
Right.
you know, we talked about this a little bit earlier, so we're gonna, you know, move into this part, you know, to get to this hip hop shit, right? We just gonna breeze through this shit. I got another little half slide over here, and then we're gonna get to why you being distracted, you know. So all right, so we got Meek Mills, right? You know, going at 50 right now. These dudes been had beef, you know, and the beef with Drake kind of got overshadowed, you know. But you know, your man Meek has thrown shots at this dude that he recorded on, I think it was DC4, and a couple other songs he threw shots at 50. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't necessarily something new, you know, but it's being like, is it a coincidence that these motherfuckers just said, yo, shut this Kendrick and Drake beef down, right? And then the next day, we got the shit with Rick. And then the day after that, now we got the shit with these motherfuckers, right? And now and Soldier Boy is supposed to be. So it's like a hip hop civil war. You know what I'm saying? Do
Right.
y'all, it's a coincidence, man? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, he's responding to 50 said something about the young boy, right? You know, young boy make a song about him, 50 respond and say some shit, right? Meek get mad, allegedly, you know, they saying, and then Meek respond back to him for talking about it, you know, him. So then he respond, and it's just nonsense, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now, man, this motherfucker definitely did do some dumb shit right here. You know, the young boy, you know, 50 pointed out, you know, a good point. You know what I'm saying? You know, in this clip, I think we got the audio clip of what this motherfucker said on the record and shit. But remember Pope, remember we was talking about, remember we covered the Diddy raid. Well, we didn't really go all into it, but we talked about it a little bit. You know what I mean? We talked about
Right.
the
Right.
tunnels and the mansion and all that shit, and
Right.
how all of these mansions were interconnected. So we
Right.
pointed out that it was suspect that they only went in Puff Mansion when all of these Jones are supposed to be connected. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. 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 Right.
That was already suspect. So
Right.
listen to what the young boy said on the record.
Knock them walls down like when them Fetty boys ran in both our cribs. Too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door, cause that's the one they miss.
So let me go look before you even say something. This shit back up on the slide, right? Now let's look at what he wrote right here. Now I want you to respond to that.
Okay. What it say? Let me see here. Okay, why would you say some shit like that? You know the feds are investigating. You stupid or dumb. Yeah. Now he should have responded like that because he should have let his dad hear that song before he sent it out. Um, or whoever was in the studio. If he did that at his house by himself, said I'm gonna do this. I don't know. Maybe did he make the beat? Somebody sent him the beat. Whoever was involved with this process clearly didn't do any talking to this man about like what's really going on. But I don't think 50 was wrong for even saying something like that. I mean, does anybody else? I mean, does somebody think that this shit is was wrong?
Well, I
Now,
mean,
what did Meek say? I
wrong,
can't see it. I got
right? Like he wasn't wrong, but Meek, all right, like 50 got the big son, right? He sued his baby mom, and so he put out a statement to say that he was willing to sell his son for like a couple $1 million or something like that. So he said some disparaging things about members, and obviously that would rub a lot of people who care about family traditions and family morals and values the wrong way. I me personally, I think that shit was out of pocket. Like, it's like, again, we not defending any of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, like, all right, everybody in the world have, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but there's a lot of people in the world who have, domestic issues with their family, so like to promote it, that's one thing that we was always taught, you don't air your dirty laundry. So like family beef all out in the media, nah, that's not a good look, especially not for somebody who's, claims to be a mogul and shit. You know what I'm saying? So and of course, Meek, he got the Twitter finger, so he gonna write whatever he, a lot of people is calling Meek, the dumbest nigga in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And it's like kind of like giving Philly a black eye and shit. Now you got a lot of hardcore, fans in Philly that's going to turn a blind eye, have been turning a lot of blind eye to a lot of the stories, involving Meek. And it is what it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like that in anybody's hometown where people want to, support that person regardless. I'm not saying to condemn him. I'm not saying to support him. I'm not into all of that. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I can say is that he made this tweet yesterday, right? On the 39th anniversary of the Move bombing, right? Now, my question is this. Now, I'm not going before I just get on him and shit because I don't know what he did. But did what he could have posted something about the move, about the Move 9, about the Osage bombing. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't know what he did. I don't know if he went and gave out turkeys or whatever. I don't know. So somebody be like, no, that ain't true because he did. Hey, look, I tip my hat to him. But I think that was more important than addressing 50, who's known for trolling people online anyway. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, and again, this is not a new conflict between these dudes.
yeah.
So why is now all of a sudden where a one rap beef is getting shut down, 4 or 5 rap beefs is stirring up? That's all. That's the kind of the theme that we wanted to get y'all to be reminded when we looking at this hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just be
Mm-hmm.
kind of rip. What you think, Bo?
Yep. I mean, timing is everything. And I see what Meek said. I mean, it's like, look, I'm sitting up here looking at it from there. I was missing a part of it, so I had to put it on my tablet so I could see that part. But I mean, he right though too. As far as picking on a little boy, I mean, they obviously he was addressing what was said because that was out of pocket. Like somebody needed to tell him. If his own people didn't tell him, somebody needed to be said.
No, but
I didn't.
see this the thing. 50 was going to say something regardless because
Right.
he made that was a clip from a diss record to 50.
Right. Yeah, of course. He was gonna say, yeah.
I would say I get it, young boy artists and all that, but even
Right.
still, like talking about this shit, going at 50, like I guess to defend your pop, it's not a good,
Right.
not a good look.
Right. Not at all.
You could have made a song about anything else.
Hmm.
but again, same shit. Now we got a music mogul's son who decides to diss another rapper for some shit that was in the news. What about 2 months ago?
Mhm.
This shit been in the
Right.
news how long? So again, so it's
Right.
all giving me the same vibes is game. Well, how come you didn't
Right.
diss? It's
Right.
not like Young Boy just became a rapper. He been rhyming. So how
Right.
come now he wants to diss 50?
Right. There was I mean, yeah, there was already a whole fucking there was a lawsuit. It was public. People knew about it. There was like going to court when he lost. Everybody even mentioned it then. It was big news. How do you lose your own name?
And
That was
look,
one of the things that they brought up.
it just like and look, it's crazy because in my opinion, I think that 50 got the last laugh on this. 50, he's pretty much good at this. But anyway, you think about when Meek when Meek was getting when all these allegations was coming out and everybody's putting up the no Diddy and Meek, all Meek did this and Meek did that, all the gay shit,
Hmm.
right? You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
Like, think about like the position that Meek took and how other people was taking, right? Now you got the similar situation with this young boy right here, right? And Meek is coming to his defense, right? Right? So like it's like, man, like Meek he just making himself look suspect. You see what I'm saying?
Right. You defending the wrong situation.
Yeah, like, and like
Yeah.
you it's something that you probably should have just kept your mouth shut about because it's like,
Right.
man,
Text him. Look,
yeah,
text him.
look, this is the reason why I'm saying this because remember when Meek swole up on academics, right? And he was getting
Yeah. But I want to fight him, all that shit.
so it's like it's the same. It's like so it's the irony that Meek is defending the young boy out of all
Hmm.
people
Right.
because didn't everybody in the fucking whole YouTube world and everywhere else go at Diddy?
Yep.
So it's like
Right.
why you just 50 to make a record about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all
Right.
kind of people who was making jokes and shit about Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Not just
Right.
rappers.
Right. Niggas
People was
made their whole streams off that shit.
so his son watching this, I guess mad that people making fun of his dad, right? He
Right.
decides it's 50.
Right. Of all
So
people.
it's the same thing as Meek Mills. It's like, all right, Meek, everybody's dissing you. Everybody's talking about this, right? The
Right.
boy Rod is the dude who put this out, right? So it's the
Right.
same the young boy. How come young boy ain't this little Rod?
Yep.
If you was that bold enough to talk about something that's an ongoing investigation, like they checked the wrong crib. Well, why you ain't this?
Right.
Because he did all of this
Yep.
shit. He's the one
Yep.
that did Freaky Jason shit.
Right.
Everybody laughing about it. So it's the same question that we have for Meek. We have the same question for what's his name, Justin. You know what I'm
I
saying?
guess. Yeah. Whatever
I
his little kid. Yeah.
find it ironic that
Hmm.
of all people that Meek will come to his aid. Yeah, because y'all literally just doing the same shit. You picking and
Yeah.
choosing want to respond to when the whole fucking world is coming at y'all.
Yeah.
And Meek about these gay rumors and shit, right? And they picking and choosing to respond back to.
Right.
Right after,
Like.
look, right after somebody told somebody to shut the rap beef down. What a
Right.
cool.
Hmm. Right. We need something else. We need a distraction. We need a big one.
Right.
Who's gonna give it to us? Who's gonna give it to us?
So look,
We're gonna need.
I mean, this is what I'm saying about 50. 50 is good at what he does. Good. Now look, he posted a video. Now look, all he did was go in his archives and pull up some shit that everybody already posted. This
Hmm.
video been all over Instagram and social media where it seemed like Meek is like rapping for fucking Puff Daddy like Marilyn Monroe singing for Kennedy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh wow.
so when he say, I paused it right here at the line where he's talking about having some relations with a female, right?
Hmm.
And this is what 50 is talking about right here, where he say you see how fast Diddy turned his head around. So look how Diddy is looking at him. look how PD is looking at Meek while he rapping and shit. Like he looking at him almost like if a girl caught her man like talking about another girl ass or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? that, look, and again, I don't know what these motherfuckers do with behind closed doors, but y'all looking super duper suspect. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, all right, like Meek, yo, this shit just died down. Like the best thing that happened was that this Drake, because everybody talking about you for a minute. So it's why didn't you just keep your mouth shut? You still trying to heal from this shit. It's crazy. Who are these people around? That's why I was like, it's hard for me to not think this shit is scripted because who the fuck are these people around these motherfuckers? You telling me that somebody on his PR team didn't say, Meek, just chill.
Or one of his friends. Nigga, like,
Oh, you no more. So just chill. Let the shit die.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, of all people, think about it. Of all people to spark up a beef with 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying? He's a super troll online. Everybody knows that shit. So of course, he's gonna do this from now to infinity. So it's like, you know, and it's like, man, to me, when we looking at this and seeing it tell of the tape, I can't help but think is part of the distraction. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hard for me to think that, you know. So all right, we're Rick in all of this situation. Is Rick going to bite the bait? You think he's going to make a diss record against Game? You know what I'm saying?
I think he should. I think he should refocus and get back what he was talking about. He should get back to what he was talking about.
And then, like, you know, people bring up this is another thing too. People brought up the album cover. Oh no, the XL magazine cover that 50 had with Soulja Boy, where he looked like he was a little too close to Soulja Boy. You know what I mean? I don't think I had that clip. Let me see if I can snatch it real quick. But yeah, but you know, we can go over that, and you can. I don't know if did you ever see that magazine clip?
No, I ain't see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up for you and whoever else, you know, who want to discuss this, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people seen this shit before. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't think I did.
It's like, all right, you know, and again, we not defending motherfuckers, you know. So like, you know, 50 can oh my god, just looking at it again, it looks sus. But you know, 50 can he can talk, he control a lot of people, but then he do have some things that, man, oh man, he need to address, you know.
Right.
Got things that he need to address, you know, in terms of questioning somebody's masculinity, you know what I'm saying? Because I seen him in a couple sassy positions, you know, in his photography days when he was popping, you know, like you know, it's almost like motherfuckers is hypocrites, really. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, you talk about this dude doing something sassy, but all right, but what about when you did it? Was it cool? Was it cool? Or is that, you know, and that's that's an example of narcissism, you know. It's cool when I do it, you know, but when y'all do it, it's a problem. Oh, what about when you did it? Oh no, that was different, you know. Just like remember Friday when when Craig was like, he's like, man, what about when Debo tried to choke me in Smoke Backyard? And the Reds was like, oh, that was different. You know what I mean? But he crying like, yeah, why y'all ain't help me? Like, yeah, those are traits of narcissism. You expect somebody to do something for you that you wouldn't do for somebody else because you're so full of yourself. You think the world revolves around you. So, you know, when somebody can develop that mindset, they might forget some of the bullshit that they did. You see what I'm saying? Shit, you know. Damn, so I got kicked out of the room. All right, let me come back. I mean, all my slides got vanquished. You know what I mean? All my slides got vanquished, but it's all good. I know
back home.
Yeah, I know where they are, so it's all good.
Right.
They still over here. I mean, and I named them too, so you know that was good. You know what I mean? I hate when I be having shit all scattered. I don't know where the fuck it's at. Like, you know what I mean? But I named the shit last night. I named all my slides so I knew what they are. You know what I mean? Because usually I just do blah blah blah, you know, and just you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But look, this is the album cover in question right here.
Hey, that ain't cool.
That's why I ain't even say shit. I just wanted to see your reaction. So all right. Do y'all think this is how straight men should take pictures?
Yeah, I don't even want to be that close to people. Like,
I mean, all right, look, how long did these dudes at this time? All right, look, let's point out this too. At this point in time, how long did these brothers know each other?
I'm gonna say.
It's not like we know they didn't grow up with each other. So it's not like they got like a long relationship. Like, yes, my man, 50 grand. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, like for him to not have no shirt on, you know, pants sagging, it's giving buck breaking vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow, they did it again. Oh, that's crazy.
They had a
They did more than one picture.
like,
Oh, they did a photo shoot.
yeah,
That
these
ain't right.
men had photo shoot together. You know what I'm saying?
More than one photo. Damn. And they had to stay like that for how long?
You know, maybe they might have took 6 or 7 pictures like that. You know, or even
Right,
more.
but look, stand like this, pose. All right, hold on, hold it,
Right.
hold it.
I had to get that shit off the screen because I ain't.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Appreciate you.
I just wanted to show you, to add proper context to the situation because of course, Soldier Boy is involved, right?
Right.
Metro Boomin is involved, so now Metro Boomin, Soldier Boy, and it's like just civil war. So all of this shit is right on the heels of UMG canceling the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef.
Right.
And I can't help but find that suspicious. You know, my Umar shit. You don't find that suspicious? You know what I'm saying? You don't find
Right.
you don't find that.
Uh-huh.
So look, this is the record right here. This is the album cover. You know what I'm saying? The what's the name put up, right? Let me move this shit. So yeah, this is game right here. You know what I'm saying? Put that shit up, right? So he's saying like, yeah, you scared to now look, he's baiting him to respond, right? You scared to drop them nursery rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like now, artistically, let's keep it a bean.
Right.
All right. Not Like Us is the record in the
Hey,
world.
that's funny. Somebody playing that while he playing it in his little buggy right now while he was going by.
The Kendrick for removing the copyright shit. Look, we could play that song.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Dude just went by playing it. That's funny.
It's the number one record right now, right?
Yeah. I'm in Frisco. Nigga, that shit is right here. Like,
everybody witnessed, Thanos Drake be overthrown, and now this person who's done it has the number one record in the world, right? Or at least in the right, but probably in the world,
yeah.
at least top 10 in the world, right? But really number one, whatever. but all of these rappers has witnessed this, and one thing that we thought, Game got out of his system was name dropping. Now, see, the thing about Game is that when he came in the game, he was super. His name should have been Name, not Game, but Name.
Or shout outs. Yeah.
Was not a shot because all his records he talking about all these other rappers and damn near every other record. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I think he dissed like 100 MCs in one record. He cooked Meek too, like on the low, like he cooked Meek. It's crazy how they swept that under the rug, but he cooked Meek too.
Right.
But the thing about it is this: when you're known as a name dropper, right? It almost inadvertently makes you a clout chaser because it's like, yeah, you always talking about this person, you always got some other rapper name in your mouth, right? Kind of how people viewed 50 Cent when he first came in. Remember he had the How to Rob an Industry nigga pissed him
Yeah,
off.
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Yeah, so Quran, that's another I guess you could say a testament to him being a snitch. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people looked at that record like, yo, you talking about shit you shouldn't be talking about. So that's another angle on the whole snitch thing that, Meek is talking. Saying
Yeah,
not
but not only that, there's paperwork on him. 50
and
got paperwork because of that Ja Rule and Irv Gotti situation.
not just
Like,
the but that record in general rubbed a
right,
lot of wrong way because he talked
right,
about things that a lot of people felt that he shouldn't. You know,
right,
Same thing when Prodigy wrote that book, and he put shit in the book that a lot of people felt like he shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
the list goes on and on with that kind of behavior. You know what I mean? So my question is, do y'all think that Rick going to respond? Do you think he's going to respond?
right. Yeah. I
Think he?
think, yeah, I think he'll address it later, but I want him to get back to the Drake situation. But that's one thing about it, because so many people is already on that. They're not going to let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's way beyond him doing so. So he got time to respond to that situation.
I
But
think that if what it's looking like to us is that the industry is being told to fight, right?
right, right,
So if motherfuckers is getting phone calls about shit they putting online and shit, and they being told to take this shit down and stop doing what you're doing, I'm pretty sure Mr. Ross or Mr. Williams, Roberts, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
right,
He's probably got a phone call or text or IM message or email or something, and there's somebody probably told him to chill too. You know what I'm saying?
right, right,
So I wouldn't be
yeah,
surprised. You know what I mean?
right, right. There's definitely a distraction in play.
But we'll drag you like how we dragging Drake, or we'll drag you like how we allowing Drake to get dragged right now because shit
Right,
they can scrub the internet.
right,
Think about it. They can scrub the
right,
internet if they wanted to,
right.
right in front of your
Yeah,
face. Nope, you can't. They did it with COVID. Think about it. They wouldn't let doctors talk about COVID, but
yeah,
but but they letting everybody put up shit about somebody being a pedophile, right?
right,
I see
right,
this, right? Okay.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
and
yes.
all this information.
So just know that they could pull all of this shit. They could stop it whenever they want. Just
Right.
like
Just like they pulled that other picture, that video of Drake already before in that compromising situation.
allegedly they
They,
say Drake got a record out, right? That he just made a record where he possibly is dissing Kendrick. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
wow.
Can't confirm or
How?
deny, but that's what people are
Right.
saying. I mean,
Right.
but his side, his homies, confirmed a lot of different things that we didn't know, like allegedly that Schoolboy Q told J. Cole to step out of the beef. Like this shit about to go somewhere that you don't need to be a part of, allegedly.
Right. Right. Right.
That's why he stood down. But
Yeah.
but even when you look at, Kendrick, he said on the record, I think like a couple years back, he said, y'all got what was it, the Heart Part 4 or something like that. He said, y'all got until April 7th to get y'all shit together, right?
Right.
And J. Cole retracted his diss record or apologized on April 7th. Coincidence. And he put the diss record, is called a 7-minute drill. And of course, we always talk about, these different numbers and the meanings of them, to delete this
Right.
message, press 7, or to
To
save it,
save it.
9, right? So a
Right.
7 sacrifice. So this 7-minute drill that was on an album that came out that said, I might delete this later.
Right. Mm-hmm. You're gonna press 9.
Seriously, that's not a coincidence. Like, how did, like, if you motherfuckers looking for double, triple entendres and bars and shit, how the fuck did that go over your head that this dude deleted a song off of a record that he made that says, I might delete this later?
Right. Hmm.
This
You
is
don't
crazy.
say.
Amateur
Right.
night.
Right. You don't say.
But why is this story getting juicier and juicier? What are they hiding from us? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are they deflecting? And what are they deflecting? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because while this is going on, that's what it
Yeah,
all boils down to.
right.
Yeah. Like, look at it. Like, it's got to be something. And that's the point that we always get into.
Oh
Because for
shit!
every distraction, there's something big going on.
I gotta
Since
plug
they
my.
starting multiple fires, yeah. Since they out there starting multiple fires, we could expect something big to be the cause of it. Factual.
1 second.
Yeah.
My joint real
For
quick.
sure.
As my
All right.
shit.
All right. Shout out to y'all tuning in right now. Open ENT, Red Pill Rescue.
Plug my joint real quick. Shit, dying.
Right. Right. Uh-huh.
Ain't read the motherfucking heart monitor drawing like
Right.
life support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should do that. Life support. Like, all right, as we charging.
Uh-huh.
Make sure my
That's
shit
right.
is charging right.
Should have brought my
All
charger.
right. I think I'm
I got
charging.
my other tablet. Right.
Hope I'm
Yeah. I got my
charging.
other tablet.
So
I'll say it again. You there? For it. Oh, you probably got kicked out. What's going on with y'all? Man, in the meantime, look, we struggle streaming, going live, doing our thing, for surely. Man, shout out to y'all. What's going on? Philadelphia, California. I'm out here in Frisco, Cali. Good brother over there in Philadelphia. And we didn't put this together. Fact checking the fact checkers, making sure these things go out as they should. And we merging these things because, like, like we say, these things is, distractions around there and seeing why these things are going as they should. Like we said, we covering the fact that, the rap beef actually went a little bit further than they expected. And it was far beyond bars a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like once some allegations came into play, then they try to knock that down. And as we see, it wasn't over. You know what I mean? You can't just stop something that's already in motion. Feel what I'm saying? We're gonna wait for the good brother to get back in. Yeah, leave in the comments like where y'all from and how y'all getting it. What y'all feel about what's going on? What y'all feel about what we're doing?
yeah.
What's going on with the good brother? Oh, you at the house? Okay, for sure.
That,
Good.
that little charger I had, that shit ain't work. That shit was done.
Oh, okay. What's up? Yep.
Charge it up real quick.
Right. I gotta do the same thing. I'm at 33% coincidentally.
Huh.
So right.
Made the May sons of May. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But
Right.
where's all this distraction coming from?
Right.
What is the meaning of this? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Let me,
Right. That's what we're getting to. The important part. Meat and potatoes of the situation.
I
Mhm.
want to see whatever little video clips I got on this subject before I move forward. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let me see what
So,
we got right here. But well, just like you say, what does it all mean? You know,
right.
what does it all mean? Listen, y'all can't tell me that this shit hasn't gotten to like comic book status. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Epic proportion.
Right.
Mystery novel. All right. Horror movie. Snuff film. This is a snuff film. This is what that is. It turned into one of them.
All
But
right. So,
definitely don't try this at home.
So I got the other video clip that the alleged mole supposed to have put up. You know what I mean? You could throw that shit up. I don't know. Did we ever play the original clip?
I don't believe so. Because
Yeah, I don't remember.
you
So
know,
so we'll play them together. So I'll play the first one and then play the second one. You know,
okay, right.
I'm just
See
saying
what
what
else
else.
comes
Oh
through.
yeah. Fucking. Did you did you hear Shannon Sharp
Shaq,
what's
this Shaq again? I mean, this back on him?
I mean
Because I
Sharp
heard the Shaq
Shaq.
song.
My fault. I said it back with Shaq this Shannon Sharp and shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
heard the Shaq song.
yeah.
Shaq
So
be rapping. He be busting. One of my favorite songs is Short Chop and Shaq. Back when he was talking about all you jealous punks can't stop my dunks and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Shaq used to bust. All that Shaq Fu and shit when he was doing shit with the Foo niggas. I remember. I'm old.
the
Yeah, he
Foosh.
was doing more than. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Shout out to the Foo niggas. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was DOS effects days and things. But the cast was really hip hop was at its goldens. But at the same time, you know what I mean? People just had freedom of expression. That's all. That's the only thing that changed. You know, the artists couldn't be artists no more. They had to copy a certain, demographic, a certain, little get down. All that changed. Like how Crooked say, King Crooked, shout out to Crook when he was talking about that, back when they kick a rapper off the radio for saying peace. You know what I'm saying? Like that was out. You know, that was bad. Cats don't remember that. You can't even say peace on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
they
crazy.
wanted right, right. You weren't allowed in there. And now that everything is syndicated, they make sure that you know what I'm saying. You ain't gonna be nowhere. If they say you ain't finna be performing. Look at Kanye thing. How many people remember Kanye had an album that came out? You know what I'm saying? Ain't getting no promos, no concerts, no show them and talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? If they don't want you somewhere, they're gonna make sure that nobody hears about you. That's big. They know how to put you on mute.
Oh my god. So all right, somebody allegedly recorded or they got this audio because I mean everybody was saying that they got this audio, this dog, right?
Right.
You know,
Academics got the video.
yeah, I don't even know if I ain't even see his shit, so I don't know if it was a
Yeah.
video or whatever. But
Yeah, yeah. He was watching something, and then he was playing the audio in the video, and then when it got to the dogs, he actually scrubbed that whole live stream too. Because at first they just muted the dog out of the stream, but then you know what I mean, they deleted the whole video afterwards.
yeah, so that's crazy. Can you see like Drake in the video or something like that?
No, no, no. He's watching it on the monitor while he's doing the stream. He's like looking at it, but
Oh, so
then
he's looking at it on a separate monitor and shit.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, he was looking down at it, and then you could see that, and then once the little dogs would sound like they was in distress. You know what I mean, for lack of a better term. Then that's when he like, oh no, I guess he
well,
put
look,
it on mute.
I'm gonna play this TikTok video right here where somebody is allegedly listening to what is supposed to be this recording. I don't know
I
this.
can tell you if it is.
I
I
don't
can
know
tell
if
you
this
because I
is.
heard it when Academics was playing it live.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put that shit up.
Nope, can't confirm or deny.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I can't confirm or deny. Yep, yep.
Did that sound like what you
I
heard
didn't
on?
hear you. Yeah,
That,
yeah. I don't know. It sounded like some dogs are doing some shit. I can't like. I was thinking about it. I was like, nope. I don't remember. I can't say I remember some shit.
yeah,
I'd
that's what I'm
have to.
saying. Allegedly, because everybody is
Right,
chasing, man.
right.
Motherfuckers is got fake video clips. I just seen a fake video clip the other day where um somebody edited a Saturday Night Live video of Drake that make it seem like he said that he got locked up for being with a minor on Saturday Night Live. and
Oh, okay, yeah,
that wasn't even the case. You know, he really
right.
said that he got the script was that he got locked up for having relations with the librarian who was actually 68 years old. So it was supposed to be an old
Oh,
lady, and then he went on
right.
to sing a poem about having relations with old women. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, okay.
but that's how crafty people are, just for attention. That they're gonna take little things and to make it something else. So, for all I know, somebody could have just took some dog sounds from the kennel and
Right,
just what I'm saying. Look, this is Drake with some dogs. I don't know.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
So we take these things with a grain of salt. We analyze them and try to make sense of them. You know what I'm saying? Now, all right.
right.
In my search for this dog audio, I found this
Uh-huh.
video right here that was kind of strange. Also, you know what I'm saying? Now, all right, look. Let me pause this real quick. This right here is not a real dog. This
Okay.
is that. This is the dude who they say Drake's dog. Now this is the dude who turned himself into a dog. So this is actually a human acting like a dog.
In
You
a
know what I'm saying?
costume.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he like spent all this kind of money to get himself to look like a dog and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Tell that's not a real dog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a starter, you gonna finish it. New Jersey, you gonna finish it. You
Yes, sir.
ready?
But the question is, why the fuck is this dog important? Or why is this person in a dog costume important? That's the
Right,
question.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So again, I'm not saying that he did something with dogs, but he has some lyrics that people can kind of interpret or misinterpret as him doing something with dogs. He had
He
a
made
wicked
a he
album.
made an album called something about dogs, right?
Yeah. For my dogs. Some people say that might have a different meaning. We know he's into different double and triple and quadruple entendres. We already know that.
Right.
So I'm just saying that in this day and age, and covering as much information and stories that we have, I don't put nothing past nobody. That's what I was saying to the brother last night. I don't put nothing past nobody these days. You know what I'm saying? So man, look, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you one thing: if that's the case, I'm not surprised.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised. Given all of the other shit that you've been implicated in, and
Mm-hmm.
all of the things that we done broke down. So yeah, I'm not surprised. Not
Right,
surprised
right, right.
if that's the case. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
So let me see what else I got here. I got another clip, and then I'm gonna move to some of these distractions because that's where we want to get to. So all right, so
Right, right, right. That's what it all boiled down to.
so we're gonna close this up with these boogeyman clips right here. So I'm gonna go with the first boogeyman clip. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen these videos, or you. I guess whatever. I ain't gonna say you should have, but like whatever.
Right, right,
You know
right.
what
That's
I'm
something
saying?
that was there.
But here it is. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gotta worry about copyright. So shout out to people over there that made it so.
I look at him and wish your grandpa
Mm-hmm.
would have wore a condom. I'm sorry that you gotta
Now
go,
all
but
of
then
this
you
shit is
stand
supposed to
behind
be
him.
like
Life
some
is hard, I know.
boogeyman type. I
Change
know
is
what you
always gonna
did
be the
last
norm.
summer,
Sometimes our parents make
and
us do
this
things our
they
families do too.
whoever these people are
Good
slowly
people that need
unrolling this
recognition.
plot.
Let me be
You know what I'm
the
saying?
Right,
judge since your
right,
daddy
This
don't
or
do
this
shit.
scandal or
Never met a
cover up.
man
You know what I'm
that's really
saying?
had
right,
fun.
right,
Never
right,
met
right,
a
So
right.
man
again,
fly
these is
by
the
night in
items
the
that's supposed
headsun.
to have
Never
been
fought niggas that's on
discarded.
bills. That's bad
Some people
religion.
saying they
You never
discarded, some
ever
people saying
live
they
the
stolen.
truth if you got
But
religion. Never code switching,
these are
whether
supposed
right
to
or
give
wrong.
credence
Just
to a
know
lot of
that life
Kendra's
is a bitch
lyrics.
and
We
life
talk
is a bitch
about
with
the
balls.
Ozempic.
Some girls get some
You
dick
seeing
and some cut them
the
squash.
scripts with with dude name on it. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be Ozempic and some other shit that you know I guess needs further investigation. I can't really make out what's on the bottle, but these
Mm-hmm.
medicines, you know, could man shit. For all we know, there could be some STD type shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah. They broke it down.
yeah, we have yet to really
Right,
break down everything that's being conveyed right here. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right,
So
right.
it's literally like a riddle for people. And people is like really trying to unravel this shit. And this is of course the first video that they tried to say that was from Kendrick house, and they like, yeah, this is from
No,
Kendrick
that's from the
house.
hotel. That's from the hotel next
Right.
door.
Yeah, but that's
Right.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what people were saying. It was like, yeah, this is from
Right.
Kendrick's
Right.
apartment. So
Right. Right.
and
Right.
then
Right.
of
Right.
course they said it was from the place in question. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's pretty much the end of the video. So let me
Hmm.
move this along. Hurry up. So let me go to
Yeah,
this
you
next
said there was a
clip.
second one.
So yeah, they just released a second video clip. So we just doing that. Y'all probably seen this video already. Everybody didn't put this shit up, but we just putting it up for the context. You know what I'm saying?
Right. 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 Right.
Go to the
Add
other
to it.
second video. So
Right. Right. Right.
all right. So this is the second joint right here. Let me move this brand out the way because I want to look at this a little closer. I analyze the other John. Yeah, we got the see-through joint. I forgot we had the see-through joint.
Right.
Now people gotta figure out what that should say on that screen right there on that Wall Street Journal shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What is this? What is this
Oh,
article?
he's saying the date of it. Yeah, he's saying the date of it, and it's a Panasonic tough book.
Now you got like right here, like somebody who's having target practice or something. Look, that can imply all kinds. It could be a threat. It could be, you know, what I'm saying? Something could have happened at the range. Who knows? It's a lot of,
Right. Right. Right.
riddles right here, for people,
Right.
to keep you,
Yeah.
quite distracted. You know what I'm saying? People will be trying to figure out what does it all mean, right?
Right.
What does it all mean? That's what y'all gonna be trying to figure out, while they doing all this other shit to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hmm.
So here we are. You know what I'm saying? Now look, actually, you know what? I'm gonna just leave that up there. I didn't mean to put that up there, but fuck it, we can start here. Struggle streaming, but we make shout out to Bob Ross. We make happy accidents. You know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
so look, what does that say right there, Pope? Hundreds of Hornets attacked the IDF soldiers in southern Gaza, 10 hospitalized.
Right.
So what's going on with these Hornets? Is they doing something with Hornets? We know they got the
Mm.
technology. You know what I'm saying? We can
Right.
get to that.
Fucking
Yeah.
off the frequencies.
Yeah. Yep.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. We seen them literally
Hmm.
put computer chips in bugs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
How,
Yep.
how do we know that these was actually Hornets? They could have said they was
Mm.
Hornets. It could have been some kind of
Right.
mechanical
Something
Hornets.
that
Like,
stung him.
what was that movie Ant-Man? Remember Ant-Man? They had the boy who had the Hornet suit on and shit. That could have been
Yeah.
some shit
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that for all the fuck we know, right?
The wasp. Yeah. Yeah. The wasp.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, no doubt.
Hmm.
Yeah. Why, whatever that shit, the Hornet, the Wasp, you know what I'm
Yep.
talking about.
Cat food, dog food. Yeah. Bruce Lee was the Hornet. Yeah. So, Green Hornet.
Mm-hmm. And look at this
Yeah.
shit right here. Look, I hope this ain't got no stupid ass sounds on it. And yeah, it do got sound.
Mute. Oh yeah.
Yeah, hit the mute. Hit the mute. So look at this right here. Is
Uh-huh.
this real or fake?
Oh
In your opinion, what you think? Is real or fake? You
yeah.
think
That's
somebody made
real.
this shit up?
Look real to me.
Yeah. You see, motherfucker, you see the bunny up, Then, like, of course these people can lie, but then it's like, hey,
Hey.
it ain't too far from the truth, right?
All right.
We know that you said we know the capabilities. We're seeing, the technology, is up to par to pull this kind of shit off. We seen
All right.
was it last summer, mosquitoes attacking people in Africa all crazy, you know what I'm saying? And even
Mhm.
in America in densely populated black communities, people getting attacked by mosquitoes at outdoor events, running off all crazy, like not just one or two, but hundreds of them.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting
Who knows?
ate up.
Who knows what's going on with them people right now? They might be fucked up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But there's all kind of distractions that they got going on. So just to point out a few, we're gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. So this is where I wanted to go right here. So these motherfuckers is talking about this sunspot, right? From the what they say, the aurora borealis and the coronal mass injection. You know what I'm saying? The solar
Mm-hmm.
flare, that was coming. Remember, they told people all last week the solar flare shit was supposed to knock out all of these people's cell phone communication shit and all that, right?
Right.
Not my fault. But from whatever the fuck happened, right? They saying that this
Mm-hmm.
was remains here is now look, I don't know if these images is real, but I have seen some videos where people took their phone and zoomed up straight up to the camera and
Yep.
up to the sun, and you can see this whatever this sunspot is right here.
Yep.
And now some people are saying it's
P1000.
all this is proof that it's fake. And this sunspot is this cloud right here, and it's a reflection of the cloud because it's fake. Fake sun. All of this shit these people talking about. Look, I can't confirm
Right.
none of that shit, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the aurora forecast that they told us, right? So this is all the areas that's supposed to have got bombarded with this coronal mass injection. It was and supposed to be able to see the aurora borealis. You know what I'm saying? That green shit that be up in the sky and shit. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, I didn't see shit. I looked for that shit for 2 nights. I ain't see shit. Now, if somebody did see some shit in my area, then look, I must have been looking in the wrong direction. You know what I'm
It was
saying?
happening right behind me. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm looking
I
over
didn't
here.
I ain't see the shit.
Right.
But
Right.
I did see this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Whoopsie. Damn it, Jim. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? So
Right.
let's just leave this up on the screen for a little bit, right? This is the
Yes.
high frequency active aurora research program, right?
Right.
HARP, or high altitude aerial research program, however you want to call it,
Right.
HARP.
Right.
And
Right.
so they claim that they shutting this shit down. They say, oh, we're shutting HARP down, right?
Yeah. Too
All
many
right,
conspiracy theories. We're
so are
being
y'all
caught.
so y'all shutting HARP down. So look, they say that they shutting HARP down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But you shut HARP down. They say they shut HARP down, right? Conspiracy theories abound. It closes HARP program. So y'all close HARP program, but not before you have your
Your
fucking
finishing touches.
right, your Super Bowl event, right?
Your grand finale.
Right. So and of course, look, what's been happening during this time frame, right?
Right.
Rat beef,
Yeah.
lots and lots of rat beef.
Distract.
You know what I'm saying?
Deflect.
So
Right.
so so while they doing this shit here, motherfuckers had no idea that they doing this shit, and then they're bold enough to say, hey, we're gonna go and fuck with the motherfucking weather and whatever else we want to fuck with for these days. Y'all just stay
Yeah.
tuned, right?
Right. Yeah.
And we seeing all of this kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
Where's that? Where's that at? Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
The west coast of Africa. Wow. What's all of this? What's all these waves and what look like waves
Anomalies.
or
Yeah.
storms? Yeah, all these anomalies. This shit that's happening here. What's going on there?
Right.
I
Right.
wonder what happened over there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to bet? You want to bet what happened?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers fucking with shit, right?
Right.
Now, this is happening right when what's happening in Africa right now, right? Floods,
Yeah.
like a motherfucker, right? So they
Yeah.
say, oh, yeah, the river broke and everything got flooded, and now you just seen that these motherfuckers is doing some shit with the aurora borealis and the heart program and all of this shit, right?
Right. Right.
And you see that is
Coincidentally.
some type of anomalies and shit that's swirling over Africa, right? A
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
that a lot of people would suspect that people are trying to depopulate, right?
Right. Right.
So then we see massive flooding, like
Hella different places.
right, super massive flooding. Y'all don't think that's suspect? Look at this shit, man.
Right.
Now, and this is all the shit is happening while ain't nobody paying attention. Oh, let me
You. Yeah.
I'm trying to put it on mute and shit.
Yeah.
So look at this shit. Yeah, cause they be playing that dumbass shit in the background, trying to make people money. And it's like people is just so retarded. Like this is bad enough as it is. Y'all trying to add extra sounds to the shit. You got dinosaurs and shit going in the background. Ain't no dinosaurs out there.
Right. Alarms and shit.
Oh my R. Kelly shit. I'm not a hog tie nobody. You know what I'm saying? But you know this. But look at this shit. Look at this shit.
Right.
Whole area is super fucked up and flooded. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And look, nobody had a clue because you was trying to figure out what them bars and what them images mean, and motherfucking TikTok and all these other social media places. They got all your attention, right?
Right.
Think these people give a fuck about who winning the rap battle right now?
Right. Or who in the rap battle right now?
Right. Shit,
Right.
these motherfuckers trying to wrap around a pole is something sturdy to keep from being drifted away. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at you seen the whole bridge. The whole bridge. Look at that shit, dog.
Right. Yep.
Yo, what the fuck?
Right. Yep. At the same time, right?
And y'all telling me that none of this shit that they doing with their little research program ain't got nothing to do with this shit. They ain't got
Right. And all of a sudden they shut it down. They said we flooded everything we needed to. We put earthquakes everywhere we needed to. We just did some other thing. Hey, I just downloaded a book right now while we was talking. It's called the displacement program of the people in the Gulf regions and places where they just had them hurricanes and shit, that they're really gonna start like shipping people out of that island and from those areas into other places so they can free up the, you know what I mean, the space, and act like they're helping the homeless people out, but what they're doing is really turning it into a whole different little area right now. That's just, like some of the books that I be getting, some of the books that I be reading and things be from, current events moving forward and what they plan on doing with the rest of this shit. And in these places where these tragedies is happening, what they wanted in the first place was the resources in these places. You know what I mean? You got tornadoes tearing through shit. You got all kind of other things going through things, and it's looking like land grabs. And if they really displace all these people in these areas like Puerto Rico and Haiti and stuff like that, and do like they did Australia, and they got rid of all them. When they got rid of all them people in Australia, they moved all them kind of people that don't look nothing like the Aborigine people. They went through and really injected every single one of them people because they said they might possibly get some shit. And you know what I mean? Like you see, they got TV shows of them mining for gold in fucking Australia, bro. Where does that come from? Do you understand? Like this shit is outrageous. That ain't your area to be doing it. Just paying, and I'm paying for this shit like this. It's like what about the people that's from there? Like people just allowing you to do that? We talking about these people coming up and doing a whole bunch of other shit. You get me? Like that shit is outrageous.
Mm-hmm. They're fucking up people. But man, all this shit is done systematic. They ain't fucking people
Right.
up though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. It's global. They're not just playing around. This shit is like real.
Oh shit. My phone just did crazy. My shit just did a backflip.
And Aurora hit it.
So all right, no, look, I'm gonna play this video clip right here. And this is supposed to be now, like I said earlier, I forgot I had this clip. I didn't know I had this clip. But this is a video clip of somebody allegedly zooming in the sun right here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, some people
P1000.
Look, this could be Photoshop too, for all the fuck I know.
Yeah, I know a lot of them P1000.
See that same spot, that we looked at, with the top of the slide.
Right.
Is allegedly on the sun right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, a sunspot could be a really, really bad thing. When they talk about, coronal mass injections and shit like that, that could be the result of a sunspot or could leave a sunspot. That's a very, very dangerous thing. You know what I'm saying? For and even when you think about how these motherfuckers are trying to do shit to kind of talk about fight global warming and all this shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, the implications with that, could be dire, you know what I'm saying? Because these motherfuckers is really on some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
like this your man. Oh, shit, hold up. Like, your man, hold up. My shit fucked up real quick. 1 second. I had a double stutter. You know what I mean? My shit just stuttered real quick. Hold up. I think I got too much shit. Okay, yeah, I got too much shit up on the joint. All right. So here we go. You gotta know StreamYard limits. Like, they can only do but so much at one time. It's like, oh, are you overworking me? I'm doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So but this is your man Bill Gates right here, trying to be on his George Burns shit. You know what I mean?
Bill Gates is backing the first high-altitude experiment of one radical climate change solution, creating a massive chemical cloud that could cool the Earth. It's called solar geoengineering, and it's highly controversial.
How long will it be that countries keep experiencing these climate impacts before someone gets desperate and says, hey, we need to cool the planet with solar geoengineering?
It would look something like this. Thousands of planes would fly very high and use nozzles to inject millions of tons of light-reflecting particles into the stratosphere. It would create a thin chemical cloud of those particles around the whole planet, blocking some sunlight from reaching the surface. It would mimic a giant volcanic eruption, which we know cools the Earth, but it also comes with significant risks and uncertainties.
Things like mass famine, mass flooding, drought, of kinds that will affect very large populations.
It could weaken monsoons in India, China, and Africa enough to affect crops. It could eradicate blue sky.
You start increasing the amount of diffuse light and you have less direct light, which is the same thing as saying it looks hazy and white.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And look, that's how the sky been on and off like that.
Right.
Like, it is over here like 50 degrees and shit. It's May. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be hot right now. Motherfuckers got jackets and hoodies on and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, all right, like when they say like, oh yeah, we shutting down this program, right? It's like any other program that they ever shut down. They shut one program down and rebranded it something else, or just do it and make it a black and make it, or do it and make it a black op. Yeah, we told you, it's officially shut down, but that don't mean we stopped doing it. Stop doing something and shut down is two different things. You know what I'm saying? So, especially when it comes to these motherfuckers.
But their track record, yeah. For sure, 100% so.
Yeah, so it's like, man, like, just because they said they shut the shit down, that shit don't mean shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially when you got your man Bill Gates right here doing all kind of weird shit. You know what I'm saying? What's up with him? You know what I mean? And again, back to the bullshit over here. So they doing all of this shit, right?
The impact of the 2 months of rain on one of Kenya's most exclusive neighborhoods. Where I'm standing, you see the water up to my knees is actually part of, this used to be a wall. This is a broken down wall from past flooding, but I want to show you across the wall over on the other side, because that courtyard is completely flooded and the water is higher than my entire height, and I'm 5'9", so that is no small feat. This is one of Nairobi's most exclusive neighborhoods. These are high-end properties, mansions, fancy hotels. We're just a few hundred meters from the UN office in Nairobi, and that is what you see over there. That's the reality of the flooding that Kenya has been seeing over this past 2 months. So I'm just going to walk over across the road, because that water is coming from that compound across the road. This road is officially closed, but that has not stopped people from using it all the same, because this is one of the easier ways to get to where they're going instead of getting rerouted. But this is the reality of the flooding, and that is why so many roads are getting closed, so many people are getting evacuated. The government last Friday ordering people to move, mandatory evacuations for places where they're considered to be in fragile ecosystems likely to flood. They identified 178 different dams that are either full or near full that they ordered people to move. And this morning, because of 6 hours of rain overnight, they closed this road. But that, as you can see, people are still using it, avoiding that government intervention and risking their lives. There have been cases where people have been swept away in their cars, in their motorbikes, in their bicycles because of something like this. Disobeying that government guidance and going through it anyway, not knowing how deep the water is or if there's any sudden change in the currents or anything of the sort. But this is the reality of flooding across the country. This is why so far 228 people have been killed across the country. That is danger. I didn't know how deep this is. 228 people have been killed across the country. More than 160,000 people are displaced. And the forecast, according to President William Ruto, is that there will still going to be more rain throughout this month, possibly into next month. So the damage could be even more significant. We saw, for instance, in Western Kenya, on Sunday, River Nyando bursting its banks, leading to flooding the town of Ahero and the neighborhoods there. People were marooned. The Kenya Wildlife Service had to use helicopters to evacuate some people. The county government of Kisumu appealing for help because they now have a few hundred more people who are displaced. That is the reality across the country, where the government has set up more than 100 different sites to take care of people who are displaced. Schools have been postponed indefinitely. Public schools across the country will not be opening until further notice, according to the government, just to make sure that learners are safe. In the meantime, people risking their lives all the time, just trying to use the quickest ways to get where they're going, Max.
Yeah, it's difficult to see how the government can manage this because of the scale of the flooding, and it's pretty unprecedented, isn't it? But the Kenyan Meteorological Department, as I understand it, did warn a year ago that El Nino could intensify the rainy season, which would have allowed the government to prepare to some extent.
Well, yeah, they got to drive.
Absolutely correct. The Kenya Met Department, to their credit, has always warned that we would see enhanced rainfall because of the El Nino weather phenomenon. These warnings have been public. They have made these documents available to government, and that's why there's been so much criticism of the government's response to this. The lack of early warning to citizens to evacuate, the lack of a plan for disaster response as soon as people...
So a phenomenon happens while these motherfuckers is playing with the fucking heart. Just keep that in mind.
Who were, in some places, the flash floods, where there were mudslides, they were not responded to immediately. So some people died just because the response was inadequate. And now the government of Kenya appealing for foreign countries to help in the disaster response, to help with shelter and food and other non-food items, because when you have more than 100,000 people displaced, the government just cannot deal with it. So far, they've received some aid from the United Arab Emirates, but the need is just so far greater than what's available right now, Max.
Okay, Larry in Nairobi, thank you.
160,000 people displaced.
On purpose. They want Nairobi.
Right. And look,
systematically.
This is CNN, but the people here are barely talking about this shit, because what's more important to them? Okay, CNN is, I guess, in some aspects, more or less obligated to report on like this.
Global.
Well, how come motherfuckers? How come this shit ain't trending on Instagram and all these other places, right? What's trending on?
Send money to Nairobi.
Stupid shit. You know, you got Nairobi floods, Kenyan floods. You know, it's fucked up over there. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of thousands of people displaced, and motherfuckers is barely talking about that shit, right? But they keep telling you what's happening with Palestine and Israel and shit, right?
Right.
Okay.
And Ukraine and all that other shit. Everywhere but here. Or besides there too. But it seems systematic. I mean, we seeing it all over the place, bro. It's not just here. And then the fact that when we look at it on a global scale, we can see how every place that has a dam, that they systematically put dams in locations in which they wanted the areas, you know what I mean, through flooding or whatever other means, tornado or what have you, in order to evacuate that area, in order for them to rebuild on their land, fertile land. I guarantee it's fertile.
Right.
I guarantee there's a whole lot, you know what I mean, the resources within that land. Because didn't Kenya kick people out because of, you know what I mean, them coming through poaching and mining for shit in their areas?
Colonizers the fuck out of there. Yep.
Right.
Look at
Right.
this, man.
Exactly. So now they're gonna bring them back in, or they're gonna try to make it so they need help.
Eh?
That shit's out of pocket, dog.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
We'll go back or
Wait,
Right. This is wrong.
Look at that water. Yo, look how high that fucking water is. Let me run it back to the beginning. Look at that
Right.
shit, dog.
Right.
Like, yo, like they saying, and it's the thing though. They say, oh yeah, on how much they said people. It was only 288 people that died.
Yeah.
How the
Some
fuck?
low number.
How the
Yeah.
fuck you know that that's true? How can we confirm
Who
that?
walked by and seen? That's how many they found so far. Is probably what it's
Look
saying.
how high that fucking water is, man.
Right.
Man, that shit wild, dog.
Right. All people been distracted.
It's predicated malevolence, man.
Right.
But it is.
Right. We showing you. We showing you when they not. Fact
Right.
your old news skips.
Man, shit.
We ain't,
Speaking of,
I don't.
it,
We ain't
it,
tuning.
it skipped over this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? They skipped over this. They skip over it, and they skipped over this shit too right here that I'm about to put up.
Right.
I was trying to be crafty with the joint ski. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Now look at this. This is a news article right here. How Winston Churchill failed Nairobi and why they aren't any better. And you know, these motherfuckers go on to say how they literally just let this shit be fucked up. Kind of like, you know what? This article, when you look at it, is giving you motherfucking Katrina vibes. When the levees broke, and when they talk about how, oh yeah, back in the 1800s that they blew up the levees to protect the better part of the country. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you know, this is not a new thing. You know, but I was just, you know what I was waiting for? I was waiting for them to say the G word. You know what I'm saying? Global warming. I thought they was gonna be like,
Right.
oh, because of global warming. But you know that you know that's coming. We
Right.
already know that's coming. You know,
Right.
eventually they're gonna say that this is a direct result of global warming and why you shouldn't be able to have a gas stove and you know all that other fly shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. When they
Great.
purposely put them in your house.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but shit, they not in New York. In New York, they ain't fitting motherfuckers' houses with gas stoves no more. In New York,
Yeah. Electric.
electric stove, yeah. They
Oh,
they
okay.
they they really try and make this shit illegal. They have a gas stove though.
Right.
Yeah,
Huh?
this shit is crazy. You're going on crazy out here, man.
Yeah. Anything electric, they can control. If it's digital, they can control it.
hmm Just
Yep.
like this. Look, just here goes some more bullshit, right? Look at this shit. Hold on, let me. I think I'm. Yeah, look, lighten up the Arctic sky with artificial aurora,
Mm.
right?
Right.
Now they told us that. Oh yeah, this. Remember they said this is gonna be your coronal mass injection. You know, an event. You can go see the lights. You know, they told us where to look at it and shit and all that, right? Look at this.
Right.
What does say? What does it say right here? Right, lighting up the Arctic sky with artificial aurora. U.S. military naval research lab team with the university researchers and defense contractors to set the atmosphere aglow. Right
Mm.
now, of course, this wasn't at the same time. This is in 2013, but you
Right.
know, them just coming out and telling you like, hey, yeah, we can use this harp to create, you know, a light show, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you know, so it's not out to coincidence. It's not outside the realm of coincidence or reality that they could have did the same thing, right? While fucking up some other shit, right?
Right.
You
Right.
know, but this is all a part of that, you know, Project Bluebeam type shit. You know,
Right.
case in point, like what we got right here. Look at this. Vatican
Mm-hmm.
giving the guidelines for apparitions or other supernatural phenomena.
Right at the same time. Don't say.
Right. Look at this, and look this, on this, and literally this is May 8th. May 8th. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time that they running the our heart program, they doing the Project Bluebeam program, and they literally discussing in your face how we plan to use holograms, right? How many of y'all ready to see Big JC coming through the clouds? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my fault, AIJC. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Y'all checking for you checking for AIJC or no? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Or no. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But you know, this
And
is
they let you know. It's
this is the
coming.
bullshit they running. Now look. At the same time, look. Now here's another segment. The same time that they doing this, they saying this shit too. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this up here. Hold up. Here we go. So look at this here. This is the very next day. So look, they literally talked about this shit the day before in the Vatican, how we gonna start using this motherfucking Project Bluebeam shit. They didn't use those exact terms, but you know, anybody familiar with that, you already know what time. So now you got look, the next day, Las Vegas alien video previously misdetailed proves authentic. Experts say you can't deny it. Experts. Who are these experts? Who Snopes? You know what I'm saying? Who the paid off motherfuckers?
Let's fact check the fact checkers.
So you know, a little while back, you know, these people, you know, they had this. I remember this shit too when it happened too. They were saying that these people right here. Well, I don't want to block them out right there, but them people supposed to have some type of ET type situation behind their crib. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of people online was like, "Yo, you can't fake that shit." You know, all that's real. So, you know, that was the big swirling debate, right? So now those people who was on that fighting side of this shit, you know, they're gonna take this. They're gonna take this as a W because what do people do? They accept authority as truth and not truth as authority. So never mind that they got programs that literally where they talk about, you know, using and we just recently talked about this shit that we recently brought it back up. But they literally got programs where they talk about using lasers and 7D technology to behoove people into believing that there's some type of aliens or Jesus or whatever the fuck they want to come up with. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah, because they show the apparition.
Go ahead.
I seen a little video on Twitter, probably a few other places too, where they were showing the one looking like Spawn in the air, the white dude looking like Spawn in the air with the whole little get down.
I ain't even that's crazy. Look, I ain't even see that. But you know, look,
they had one.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know, look, again, that just fall in line with what we talking about right here. Is that you know, just coincidentally, these people start talking about how they going to start using shit for apparitions in the sky, right?
Right.
And then at the same time, motherfuckers is seeing aliens or shit floating around in the sky.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they showed a big ass whale.
Why am I not surprised? Right? Why am I not surprised? But you know, this shit that they look, they come out and tell you this shit, and look, they know that you ain't paying attention. They know when to come out and tell you shit. They come out and tell you shit while you listening to the same rap song 10, 20 times trying to figure out what the line means. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or while you watching internet blogs and looking for juicy tea on motherfuckers, right? They know you ain't paying attention. They know you ain't paying attention. So when they actually do this, they cover two birds with one stone because they can say, hey, you can't say we didn't warn you.
Yep,
we told you we were going to do this. You just wasn't.
Yeah, it was on the news.
Right. You wasn't paying attention. That's all.
Right.
And they get like and look, how many times have we got to show you that they get you like that every time? You wasn't paying attention. And you know, people saying, you know, I seen, you know, it's crazy because for the little bit of people who watched our videos, I seen a lot of people watching. When I started watching other people's videos, I was seeing a lot of people saying, "Yeah, it's people out there that think this is scripted."
Right.
You know, but this kid, and then I was like, "Oh, okay." You know what I mean? Right. That's interesting that you take that position, right? Because y'all take a lot of weird positions on things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
but you know, that I guess that would take away from the drama aspect, right? If we know it's like wrestling, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't too many people on SmackDown or Raw telling you that wrestling is fake while the broadcast is going on. That shit is real while it's going. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Ooh, he threw his ass into something. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, he hit him with a chair. Like,
they out there walking around in the back like the motherfucking like the news, like the damn cameraman ain't there and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like he ain't even there. Like
Right.
crazy. But
Really
you know,
performing.
yeah, really performing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Saying so they ain't got to tell you the truth. They're not telling you a lie. We didn't say this was real. Off camera. That's why the Stone Cold. I watched the other day. They was talking about Stone Cold and The Rock, how they, how they created that whole little scenario. And it was talking about like, they when they start being able to trust each other is when they had better matches and shit like that. It was like, they're like, oh yeah, it all makes sense.
And you think all of this other shit that's on TV every day ain't no different? You know, just like all right, like man, like all right, like motherfuckers. If y'all watch us, and y'all see we got all kind of bloopers, flaws, and all, right? Struggle streaming. That's what we call it, right? So all right, so we literally go and do the shit that these people is doing on their level. Like okay, they making news broadcasts, right? They go for 4 hours, we make a 4 hour news broadcast, right? And they do it live, we do it live, right? So we doing it live, right? So you see all the little mishaps that can happen when you're doing shit live. So just think about the news networks and all these other places where you get your news from in its entirety. And how many times that shit just goes flawless? You think they just got it? You think they got it made like that? You think, you know what I'm saying? You think shit just don't fuck up sometimes? Even with them, they had a little blooper sometimes. But very rarely do you see the shit, oh yeah, they always got the perfect shot. They always was right there on time to get the, all these things happen right in plain view. It's never like, oh yeah,
Coincidentally.
we fumbled the camera. We can only get the side of this person's head, or the audio was bad, or it's always pristine and perfect. They, y'all got we just pointing out this Peter Parker news that y'all watching. You know what I'm saying? Why do we call it Peter Parker news? Because the man Peter Parker, who was Spider-Man, always had the best of the best stories about Spider-Man. You get what I'm saying? So that's what these motherfuckers is. They on some Peter Parker shit because they making their own fucking news. That's why they always got the best camera angles and the best this and best that because it's made up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the and go, and then you know what I'm saying, and it's just perfect all the time, right? You got celebrities walking down the street that just so happen and just say, "Hey, yeah, let me stop right here in front of the security camera and get robbed," right? Or get beat up, right? And then that shit is up on the news the next day. So listen, how I know that person wasn't acting?
Right. Or a bunch of people with masks commit a robbery at a spot, like conveniently, they jump out in police stance. They're holding their guns in police.
Got regular people that be acting. So why wouldn't I think that an actor would be acting? I don't know. You telling me something happened to an actor?
Yeah.
How I know y'all didn't just call him up like, hey, we need a story to talk about gun control. You mind fake getting beat up for us? Oh yeah, I'll be down there. And you know what I'm saying? And they make a little set real quick. Oh yeah, so and so got punched in his face while he's on his iPhone and standing in the middle of New York City in the late time of night, being as rich as he is by himself. They ain't never gonna make these people look like they stupid for doing what they doing. They gonna make it seem like, oh, y'all motherfuckers are just savages for doing what you doing, right?
Right. It's so much violence.
You think celebrities, these motherfuckers, they don't eat where you eat at.
Right.
Don't live where you live at. So why you think they could just be in the hood, just standing in the hood, and during the time when past business hours by themselves without their handlers and shit? Come on, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Should be staged and scripted, man. You know what I mean?
Yep. That is an investment for people.
Mm-hmm.
17th, 2024, the Vatican will release a detailed document providing guidance on how to discern supernatural phenomena, apparitions, appearances, or communication with divine beings, such as saints, angels, or Christ himself.
Really?
The last time the Vatican released guidance on apparitions was in 1978 under Pope Paul VI. That document, Norms Regarding the Manner of Proceedings in the Discernment of Presumed Apparitions or Revelations, was released due to the increased influence of mass media. The miracle of Fatima in 1917 is perhaps the most well-documented apparition in the modern day. After an alleged series of appearances by the Virgin Mary to several peasant children that promised a public miracle, tens of thousands of people in Fatima claimed to witness the sun move erratically across the sky and produce radiant colors for several minutes. Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory that claims that NASA and other government agencies are attempting to implement a New Age religion with the Antichrist at its head and start a new world order via a technologically simulated second coming. This theory was put forth by a man named Serge Monast, a Canadian journalist who published the theory in 1994. According to Monast, Project Bluebeam would involve several steps. The first step would allegedly involve faking discoveries that would discredit all fundamental religious doctrines. Then three-dimensional optical holograms and sounds would be projected into the sky, simulating figures important to various cultures and religions, which would merge into one after explanations of their individual mistakes.
They mine, I got it. Appreciate it.
Telepathic electronic means would be used to communicate with each individual on Earth, convincing them that their God is speaking to them directly. The final step would supposedly use electronic means to create the illusion of an alien invasion, or the perception of the rapture and return of Jesus, to manipulate believers into accepting the new religion. Monast claimed that his work exposing Project Bluebeam had made him a target for harassment by government authorities, which he believed was part of a campaign to silence him. According to reports and his own accounts, Monast and another journalist were repeatedly arrested and had their children taken away by authorities, ostensibly due to their involvement in publicizing conspiracy theories, which the government found disruptive or threatening. Monast attributed his legal and personal troubles to his stance against what he believed to be a global conspiracy. He ultimately died of a heart attack in 1996, which some claim was induced or somehow facilitated by government agents as a way to permanently silence him.
Man.
Boy.
Why am I not surprised?
Huh? Coincidentally, yeah. Man, oh man, that's.
Why am I not surprised? You know, people getting permanently silenced, right? I guess that's a harsher way to say shadow ban, right?
Right. Scandalous. Man, that's crazy. Yep. I got like 14% on my situation. I'm gonna have to pull my other tablet out when I get even lower. But I'm gonna run it until it run out.
Oh, can you charge it?
Yeah, I gotta go back to the house and do it. I'm gonna go walk back to the house by the time
can you charge your phone off of your tablet? That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't have the little cord thing on there.
Oh dang, you supposed to have a cord, man.
Yeah, I'm out on the street. You're right. I'm gonna go walk back to the house while we're here. Yeah, we live.
I'm all right, man. You a bet.
Yeah. Well, this to let you know I ain't in that wasn't no Photoshop, man. I'm down here at the UN Plaza. Yeah. See, you got the green screen.
I got my up and shit. You know, it's funny because a motherfucker, you know, people be saying all kind of stupid shit. There's somebody say, "Oh, he got a fake beard. He got fake locks. He's behind the screen." Like, I didn't even have a green screen when we first started doing this shit. So, like, what are you
at all?
You know,
right.
really be crazy and shit like that, yo. They just had to have something to say. Just shut up. You know, it's funny though. Like, it's not even like you can get angry at it. It's just laughable. It's like, yeah, these niggas is really ridiculous. I got fake beard. I got a fake beard. I got fake locks, and I'm behind the green. What else is this? But look, they talking about everything else except for the knowledge, though, right?
Yeah, except for the content.
Look, the knowledge ain't fake.
Right.
You can't refute none of this shit that we talking about. Y'all can talk about all this other peripheral shit, but y'all can't talk about none of the meat and potatoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your teeth ain't sharp enough to eat this shit. You know what I mean? We had to cut it up for you.
Right. True on this.
Right.
For real, for real. All right.
But you know, people, pathetic people never seem to amaze me nowadays. You know,
right?
They just gonna keep going down downward spiral. You know, maybe they being brainwashed, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the case. Maybe they being brainwashed. But shit. According to what we found out about this shit right here, right? Maybe they are.
Yeah.
You know? So right here we got a patent, right? Now I was against these motherfuckers from day one. You know, let's get the whole thing up there so you can see what we looking at here, right?
Right.
So this is a patent right here for the Apple AirPods, right? The wireless earbuds, you know, that go in your ear and send signals to your ear, you know. And if that didn't, if that information enough didn't turn you off from buying these things, then maybe this will, you know. But we can look at this patent right here, right? What does this patent say? What does this shit say?
Let's see.
I don't know. Let me zoom all the way in on that shit because I can barely read this shit.
Right.
I mean, I know what it is, but I just wanted to read it to motherfuckers. You know what?
Right.
Yeah, look, y'all screenshot. Let me move this for y'all. Y'all screenshot this shit and then read it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's small as fuck. But what this is saying here, let me just explain to you what this is. This is a patent for the Apple AirPods that have the capabilities to decipher brainwave frequencies in your head, meaning that that's the first step in being able to read your thoughts. And they sold you this shit, right? And they told you about it, but you wasn't paying attention. So we just going into now some examples of how you get distracted. You know what I'm saying? Because okay, yeah, we showed you what they distracted you from, but this ain't the first time that they did this. You wasn't paying attention when they came out and told you, hey, look, these AirPods, you know, can read your motherfucking brain. You bought them. You bought 2 pair. You bought for your kids and everybody.
Right.
You worried about somebody reading your text when motherfucking Apple is reading your mind.
Right.
God damn. You know?
Right.
It's funny because I literally just got a message on Instagram of somebody telling me that I'm taking research too far.
Thank you. Congratulate that person.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, tell them thank you. Tell them thank you.
That was crazy.
Right. So you are doing your job. I appreciate it. The world appreciates it. The people tuning in right now.
Who's in the joint? Come on the screen. I'm in the stream. You know, but these motherfuckers, listen, the green man just hit me up. Come in the stream if you're watching.
Yeah, right. Come on in.
Just try to call me. Like I was like, oh. That'll mess up everything.
Send him the link. All right.
Yeah, I sent it to him. You know, it's crazy. You send somebody a message and then they call you and shit.
Right.
Go to the link, man.
Right.
You know, but these motherfuckers, they told you this shit. You know, so I'm gonna pull up the receipt to show you that they told you, because you might be
How
saying,
you doing?
"Oh, these niggas is capping, right?
Right.
Or they tripping,
Right.
or maybe they misread that shit. That's not what that shit is, right?
Right.
I know how y'all think, right?
Yeah. Screenshot it now. Mm-hmm.
Let me see where I put this shit at. Oh no, that's not it. I had did a video about that motherfucking Invincible burger that we had also. I don't know. Did you see that shit? The Invincible burger. That's actually an old
Oh
story too
yeah.
about. But you
Right.
know, you missed that
About the
too.
molten lava. Right.
Oh, yeah, and they try
Mm-hmm.
to lie and say it was what they said it was
Some
the
steam. Something I never heard of until you they brought it up.
the Lindenfrost effect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Listen, that's half. That listen. Sometimes in life, people are smart enough to fool you. You know what I'm saying? They could tell you some shit that sound like it makes sense, but if you really know that shit, you know that shit don't make sense. You know,
Right.
I don't know if that made sense to you, but that's pretty much what you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So I'm not trying to find this clip on my phone. I got all kind of shit in here. So I got some more clips from the harp situation, or the alleged harp situation that I could throw up, right? But yeah, I think I found shit right here. Yep, here we go. All right, I just now go back. Okay, here it is right here. All right, cool. They told you about this shit. Let me see. Did they kick me out the room? Yeah, of course they did. They kicked me out the room. So you know, let me give me one more second. You know, additional for the struggle stream. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I got the clip. Got the clip. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they told you about this. You know, the Apple AirPods have the capabilities. You know, if you're just tuning in, they got the capabilities of reading your thoughts. You know, they can transmit the brain. They can you know catch the brain signals that your brain is signaling. You know, while you listening to music and all that, right? And then they can perceive what that is in writing form. So basically, they can have something what's that like a digital stenographer of your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And how long they been doing this? That's the crazy thing. How long they been doing this? Because it's not like they just upgraded the technology yesterday, right? So how long have they been doing this? You know, Pope is frozen, right?
To be able to find better ways to monitor whether somebody is paying attention or they're doing something different. The newest way to monitor attention is through a device like this one. These are ear pods that are launching later this year. These ear pods, much like the video you watched earlier, are ear pods that can pick up brainwave activity and tell whether or not a person is paying attention or their mind is wandering. Okay, well, you might think, fine, but even if we can tell whether a person is paying attention or their mind is wandering, you can't tell what they're paying attention to. You would be wrong. It turns out that you can not only tell whether a person is paying attention or their mind is wandering, but you can discriminate between the kinds of things that they're paying attention to. Whether they're doing something like central tasks, like programming, peripheral tasks, like writing documentation, or unrelated tasks, like surfing social media or online browsing. When you combine brainwave activity together with other forms of software and surveillance technology, the power becomes quite precise. So what do we do with this? What do we do with technology that enables us to monitor brainwave activity for attention?
Sell it to people.
Do we embrace it? Do we resist it?
Sell it to the
I
masses.
believe that there is a pathway forward with such technology, but it's putting it in the hands of employees, enabling them to use
That's what they
it for
said.
themselves as a choice, whether or not they want to focus, whether or not they want the technology. technology in order to improve their own performance, but not using it as a measure
technical difficulty
of their brain metrics to decide whether to fire them, hire them, or to watch for their lagging cognitive decline over time and using it as a way to discriminate against them.
Right. Is that not an invasion of your privacy? Isn't that an invasion of your privacy? You know what I'm saying? Shit, right. Can you hear me? Yo, you muted, yo. Yeah.
Yep, I can hear you. Yeah. My bad. I was walking through the house and shit, and people talking all retarded and shit. Excuse me. Slow. Yes, I did mean slow. I didn't just recklessly say that word. I did mean slow. They was talking slow. Because from that movie, what was that? Baby Driver. Retarded means slow. Was he slow? Yes. Okay. Now, just to
Yeah,
clarify.
because you
You
tardy.
know what I mean?
And you're not just tardy.
Yes.
Retarded. You so late, you retarded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That means
Your
slow.
target is man, a bit much.
Whew.
You know.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're late to the subject here, you know? So just like a lot of people is
Right.
late to the subject here, you know, because y'all bought the shit out them AirPods. Listen, I never trusted no Bluetooth, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Bluetooth headphones.
Well,
even when I seen the motherfuckers, like
right.
you see the motherfuckers everybody got the podcast and shit. I got a video on that shit. I gotta find that shit. Where these motherfuckers got dents in their heads from wearing fucking headphones. You know what I'm saying? They call it the podcast head or something like that. Like, you know, you got a podcast head from wearing the headphones too long. You know what I'm saying? Putting a dent in the top of the head, yo. That shit is crazy, man. See if I got that clip in here. I seen it, but I don't know if I grabbed it. That shit was like, yo, what the fuck? But you know, since we talking about it, that shit is right up the alley. You know what I'm saying? So let me see if I can Google this real quick. Yeah, I'm about to Google something. You know, podcast head. Let me see, head or head syndrome or something like that, right? Let's see if we can pull this up in real time.
Okay. Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to y'all.
Exploding head. That's I don't know what they look. That's some other shit. It's podcast exploding head.
Whoa.
All right. Headphone indentation. Well,
yeah, gotta be specific.
Well, they calling it gamer. All right, so they calling it gamer's head. You know what I mean? So basically, they saying that. Let me screenshot this. It's saying that you know, when you wear headphones for extended period of time, it's putting pressure on that soft spot in your head. You know, everybody got a soft spot in their head, and that's usually right at the top. So and
the
that's
crown,
where people headphones rest at. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so a lot of people is allegedly they finding that they got dents in their head. So I want to pull this video clip up of these dudes shaving their heads. You know what I'm saying? Now of course they got the fact checkers and you know people on this subject because I just seen this right here. People is debunking this shit, right? They're saying TikTok head dent debunked. You know why you shouldn't worry about your headphones, but you know at the same time, wouldn't you think that a problem like that would hurt the headphone industry? So I don't think people give a fuck about your head. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would take that with a grain of salt. But you know, a lot of these people.
You said that Snopes?
No, some site called Slash Gear. Now I will look. Slash Gear sound like a site that probably sell headphones. Slash Gear, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But all right, look. They this is what they saying here. Let me pull this clip up right here. They say you can develop an indentation in your head from wearing headphones and shit. You know what I mean? So I want to show y'all this visual shit, so y'all be the judge of it. You know what I'm saying? So just give me a second. We got the shit on pause real quick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, yo. I listen. Look, let me say this. I'm not sold on it, but I think it's something interesting to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get these. No. You know what? This should be enough right here. Let me see right here. Terminal headphone dent. Excessive gaming cause medical condition. This is insane. Again, I can't confirm or deny this, but y'all be the judge of it. You know what I'm saying? Let me grab this joint real quick. Hold on. Well, what do you think about it, Pope? You think that shit could be real from wearing headphones too long? Now,
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I could think, when I was a kid, I used to have the headphones back in the day, but I always rock my headphones like on the back of my head. Like I ain't never liked my head. I always thought that was kind of like corny. Like I always wore my shit like the DJ. Well, because I was a DJ back in the day. But you know what I'm saying? I had my headphones back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back like this. I like, how you had a one joint like that. Or I'll flip my joints out like, you know what I'm saying? But I never really put the joint on top of my head. So I can't even speak from experience. You know what I'm saying? Because I never liked putting this shit on top of my head. Plus I got a big ass head anyway. So it's
Well,
already
you got certain.
it's already a feat to put headphones on top of my head. So
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's like, hey, yeah, but shit, I didn't wear quite a few headphones on my head, and some like them old school Radio Shack, the Pro 25s or Pro 35s now. But the ones they used to just smash on your head, like once you put them on there, they had extra elastic that push your shit in, that make sure you catch all the sound and all the rest of that shit. But of course, you get indents on your shit, like like laying too hard on something that ain't your pillow, or your hand be on there, or the pattern of something be printed on your face or something afterwards, and that's just from like sleeping on something wrong or something like that. You got bed face or whatever.
I'm about to play that
You know what I mean?
You got the same headphone dent
Yeah.
in my head that Tim the Tap Man has? What is the headphone dent? Are these photoshopped? Holy shit, he really has one. Do I have one of those? What the fuck? Hang on. Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh, what the hell? I never noticed this. What the fuck?
Yo.
Oh no! I really do! Oh no! Why did you tell me this?
Yo, what'd you think? What'd you think, Pope?
Oh no!
What'd you think, Pope? He do listen.
Yeah, of course.
His head do look kind of like slightly in the. Now, are the pictures just like in typical Google fashion, right? The pictures that you see that you looking up, they always are super excessive. Like this motherfucking head looking like a bent hot dog bun, in the
Yeah,
phone.
you got a head like a Flintstone bowling ball.
But he got a slight indentation. But the pictures that we seen that he looked up, they was excessive. It's the safe shot to say that not all of those pictures that we saw would be the result of this.
Worst case scenario. Right.
But yeah, that's like super extreme worst case scenarios. But being as though that we got this now, look, this all could be cap. They could have just put this shit together on the strength, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
just to fit in right
like,
there.
yeah, I got a head shape like that. Let's make a video. It's possible.
Right.
But at the same time, it is kind of crazy how these motherfuckers is talking about this shit. And his head look like that's right where his headphones be at. I'm gonna call it the podcast. You know what I mean? I know they call it the gamer head, but I'm gonna call it the podcast head. What y'all think about it? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that video was like another minute and 20 seconds or something, but since it's not my video, I'm not gonna play that shit or all like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But shout out to the motherfucker. I got that from one of them niggas.
With the assist. Right.
Who gave me that assist? Shout out to 3D Game Man for the assist right there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can watch the rest of his video at 3D Game Man. You know what I'm saying? About the gamer head shit, you know. But you know, I ain't gonna step on bullshit right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, these motherfuckers is crazy with this technology, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. Listen, you rarely do you see me with headphones. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm listening to music, it's coming out of speaker. I don't like that shit up next to my head. I don't even like standing next to the speaker. Like if I'm at a party or something, I don't even like standing next to that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you know, but you know, to each his own. But do the shit at your own risk because they might be shit, if they can read your thoughts, they might be able to put some thoughts in your motherfucking head. You know what I'm saying? How you doing some wild shit. And like that's something to consider.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play another.
Might.
Let me play this other clip right here in reference to that shit. But go ahead, Pope. Go ahead. I'm looking for this clip.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you know, I might add to some of the side effects of this situation has been psychosis that's been going around.
Yeah.
That they've been bringing up.
Remember that movie, The Signal?
Mm-hmm.
The movie, The Signal, all got a signal, you know, but they got it from their phones. But in this case, shit, you might get that shit from your motherfucking iPad, your AirPods. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And what was the other movie that was actually with the cell phone too?
Voice to skull technology. This is also in the foray of directed energy weapons.
What is that?
The ability to, let's just say, throw your voice into your head or my voice into my head, or allowing algorithms that now they can blanket a whole geographical area and they can make everybody change their thoughts. They can, I use the term intrusive thoughts. Back to that fork in the road analogy. If you find yourself where you have to make a decision about something, next thing you know, you catch yourself kind of having an argument in your head with your own voices. Well, the ability to add another one of your voices in there, but have it controlled by somebody else's microphone, so to say, is a very powerful tool. And I think this is a weapon of war that we are seeing happen to everyone around us.
Man, that really make you think about, you know, some of the bad choices that people might make, and it really feel like, yo, I don't even know how I made that decision. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how I came. You got a lot of people that's like, yo, I don't know what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look, even over these past couple days, right? There's a lot of people now. Look, they can do this shit. They can switch and make people act a certain way, or look or hear something and shit. Think about over the past couple. All the little crazy shit that been happening to people, not just on a grand news level, but on a everyday person level. You got people that done all kind of crazy shit, and they like, yo, I don't know why I did that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that shit.
Yeah, you know, and I just want to highlight these past couple days because of what? Because these motherfuckers been running the
ritualist
heart program. You know,
right?
Fucking
Running their
all
play.
Frequencies and signals and shit. So you know. And then it's not a coincidence that they talking about the shit, right?
Right.
They talking about the shit while going down, right? And you know, here they want to tell you, oh yeah, that the headphones can read your thoughts, right? Now this voice to skull technology is nothing new. This shit is old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This shit is old shit. And I remember I seen a homeless dude who told me straight up that he was in the army. And they put this shit in his fucking head, and he can't be around people because he be having crazy thoughts and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I went home and looked the shit up. And I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker, I don't know if he really got the shit in him, but he didn't make up some shit. They really do got some shit called voice to skull technology. You know what I'm saying? So that shit had me
and
fucked
Havana
up.
syndrome.
Like, wow. Yeah, why this homeless dude telling me, oh yeah, I was in the military and they put this shit in my head and I can't be around people because I'll be hearing voices and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man.
Right.
But look, that might seem risque or extremely rare, but when the fact that Apple AirPods are probably one of the most widely purchased products in the world, right? Who knows?
They just gave them away.
you know what I'm saying, the scale of ramifications that could come behind that. If they, you know what I'm saying, and that's why we reference the movies.
Right.
You know, The Signal, and what's the other one that you said?
What was it? I'm trying to think of it. It had the boy from Baby Driver too. Cusack, John Cusack. It had him in there. And it was like it was a signal, and that shit happened. He was at the airport or some shit.
Cell, something like that. The Cell, I think it was called. Yeah, you had the
What was it
Signal.
called?
Had the Cell. So I think that was the Cell.
It was a Cell. Yeah, that was a Cell. That was a Cell. That was what it was called. It was called the Cell.
Talking about, you know what I'm saying? That's the one that they got the phone call, and they put their head up to their phone, and they all went crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. For sure. It was called two different things. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Get ready, because tonight's Future of Everything is mind-bending, or actually mind-reading, because it's looking a lot more like AI is capable of reading our thoughts. And we're not just talking about it predicting what kind of TikTok we want to see next or what kind of product we might buy. This next breakthrough is a lot deeper, all the way down to the very tissue of our brains, where researchers have used AI to translate brain scans into text. Now, for this study, scientists at UT Austin created a 3D view of a person's brain while they listened, watched, or imagined a story. And see, we've got it for you right there. That pink stuff, all that pink stuff means above average brain activity, and the blue spots have below average brain activity. And to us, we see that and we're like, okay, that part's activated, that part's not. But researchers say the AI was able to read the brainwaves and translate all of that you're seeing right there into English and turn it into what looks like inner dialogue.
This is a real leap forward compared to what's been done before, which is typically on like single words or short sentences, where you can get something about the gist of a sentence or something about, you know, what a word is related to, but we're getting whole strings of text, pretty complicated ideas.
Okay, so what does that actually look like? Check this out. Here are the volunteers, and the volunteers were asked to watch a movie clip without audio, and this is what the AI described. You're seeing it right there, actual stimulus, and they described, I see a girl that looks just like me get hit on her back, and then she is knocked off, end quote. The eyes saw it, the brain processed it, and the AI typed out what they were thinking. I'm still trying to figure out how that would even work. With us now is Nita Farahani. She is a futurist, an ethicist, a law professor at Duke University, the author of Battle for Your Brain, Defending the Right to Think Freely in the Age of Neurotechnology. Welcome, Doctor. So researchers are saying that they hope that this could one day help victims of like a stroke. But how do you see this type of technology being used?
I think it has tremendous promise in that it actually offers potentially people who have locked-in syndrome, suffering from ALS or other conditions, to be able to have their thoughts interpreted into speech so that they could communicate with the outside world. It also has potential for everyday people to use it. And when that starts to happen, I start to worry about what it looks like for mental privacy and for freedom of thought of individuals.
Now, just to be clear, like in this case, people are sticking electrodes in. I mean, there's a lot of monitoring.
No. There's no electrodes. I mean, so one of the things, one of the things that's extraordinary about this is there are no electrodes. This is a big machine, and it's a functional magnetic resonance imaging machine. That means that people went into this machine non-invasively, without any electrodes inside of the brain, that they were able to pick up blood flow changes in their brain. And one of the things that's incredibly remarkable about this study is not only the precision of what they picked up, but then they decided to test and see if the model that they created, which was using GPT-1, generative AI, we're all talking about ChatGPT these days, they wanted to see if they could use that same classifier on a portable system, not a big bulky device like fMRI. So they tried it out on something called FNIRS, functional near infrared spectroscopy. therapy, which is a wearable device, something that people could use in their everyday lives to track their brain health, to track their, everyday focus and mind wandering. They found that they could get the same level of precision using that kind of portable device with the classifier that they had developed. In other words, everyday mind reading may be possible using devices that we may come to use in our everyday lives.
This non-invasive and GPT-1, so this was done before GPT-4. We don't know what's on the horizon. I mean, your book talks about mental privacy. What are your concerns when it comes to AI and other neurotechnologies that could infringe on that?
So the coming future that I see is the use of everyday brain wearables. People are used to wearing, for example, sensors that track their heart rate or track their sleep activity in the form of a watch or a ring. Now, companies like Meta and Snap are starting to buy and develop their own neurotechnology to put sensors that track brain activity into everyday devices like earbuds or headphones that people could use to take a conference call, but also track their brain activity, which can be promising for things like tracking brain health or tracking focus and attention. But it also means that the very same corporations who are commodifying all of our personal data are suddenly going to have access to what's happening in our own brains. And then I fear that our right to mental privacy, our right to freedom of thought could substantially be interfered with. We've already seen that kind of interference with things like Cambridge Analytica, when you can start to have much more precise access to what people are thinking and feeling, and then change what they're seeing in their social media or the kinds of algorithms that are feeding different information to them in the platforms that they interact with. I worry that there's a future that we're just not ready for.
Nita, I feel like we should be talking to you every single day. I hope you come back. Thank you so much for this.
You see that shit? And she just said the shit. Oh yeah, wear everyday wearable devices like ear headphones or wristwatches and shit like that. Like, yeah, how much data do they got on y'all motherfuckers? How many freaky jakes and people running around with AirPods thinking all kind of nefarious thoughts, right? And they got look. You think ain't nobody know? You run around with them hands. Look, motherfuckers be having AirPods shit, and they don't even need the shit on. Like they just got it on just because you ain't even listening to no music. You just, you know what I'm saying? I can see like, all right, yeah, they trick you into listen to the music and then they get you that way. But it's like, all right, you just got to. They say noise cancellation. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, just whatever reason that they can come up with for you to keep this in your ear, even when you ain't listening to nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They can listen to what you're listening to.
Now, how long that gonna take for them somebody to come back and say, oh yeah, that's causing people some type of cancer or some shit like that, right?
Right. Definitely. Definitely has tumors involved.
Right.
Right.
Shit is crazy.
Well, we're not here to diagnose or treat or.
They ain't paying attention, man.
You know what I'm talking about? Right. On a regularly. Man, what's good? Glad I made it back to the battery.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I listen.
Need that energy.
Almost checked my damn self. Well, shit, I did check.
Yeah. For sure. Get me playing around. Need energy. Yeah.
That's the one.
We're DJ Live.
Races. They
place to be.
That told a clown made him on some racist shit. You know what I mean? But I wasn't trying to play that video. That was a video I put up on Instagram and shit. All right, so where we at here? What other shit? What other bullshit they got going on? You know.
I know one thing that's not bullshit though, but it is the anniversary of the move bombing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I rebroadcasted that video that we did. You know what? Like years ago or something. You know what I'm saying? We broke down on that shit. You know.
Yeah. Yes.
So here's some more patents on this voice to skull technology shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, these motherfuckers, they not playing about this shit. Man, look, this was in 2020. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When they tell you about it, that means it's already a go.
Yeah, look,
I mean, it's already there.
Look, motherfuckers being connected to a satellite. Got you connected to a damn satellite. Like, look, and look how they got this shit set up. Like, niggas is batteries and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit is crazy.
Oh, I wonder why. I know they ain't got that good of imagination, so it must be connected to something else. It's crazy how these things are all interconnected. It's all interwoven. Just like that whole dragon fiasco. We can call him a dragon from now on. Is he dragging us through this little situation?
The Draconian Draco Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
Draco. Yeah. You know, and look, see, and this is detailed, you know, shit. How they, you know, basically plan to accomplish this shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, what that look like?
Well.
And they calling this shit a weapon though. Like it's not even, they're not even saying, hey, this is like some accessory thing. If you look at the wording here, they talking about a weapon.
Wow.
This is crazy.
So is.
All right, so let me get shit. It's only like 20. It's like a 24 drawn slide or something like that. All right, so I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? So because I ain't about to read all of that shit. But you know, shit. If y'all want that PDF, hit me up. I'll send it. You can read it your damn.
Right.
You can read it your damn self. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What other shit we got going on? Oh well, what other shit they got going on? You know what I mean? Because we ain't got no dog in this race. You know what I mean? Shout out to Prince. You know.
All right. Yeah.
When did this come out? Oh, so this is a little while ago. This is back in last year actually.
Okay.
All right, so
I wasn't here. I mean, I was here, but you know.
Yeah, that's old shit. You know what I mean? I was trying to put up some showed up.
I still didn't see it, but that's brand new.
That's
I do want to talk about that. I know, but I do want to talk about that because that just came out.
But is because you got, you know, all these different things going around where they saying that this is cancer, that is cancer, this is that, you know. So you got a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? And they calling it turbo cancer. That's what they call it. You know what I'm saying? You know, what's that shit that motherfuckers used to smoke back in the day? Turbos. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers smoking turbos. You know?
Yeah. But it also brings a point that, you know, about these things being parasites, which is from which needed to be addressed in the first place, because we all, you know, there's a common denominator in all this when speaking about this is it seemed to all revolve around parasites. And one of the things that we know to be true is that, you know, the parasite cleanse is pretty much the start of everything else. Everybody want to do a juice cleanse, a colon cleanse, or something else, but skip the whole parasite situation. You know, we've been you know, reaching out with folks and hearing testimonials of folks after doing parasite cleanses. You know, all the, you know, benefits of doing so, and in that, you know, you'll find that quite a lot of your ailments will be remedied just by doing that one step alone. So, I mean, we're gonna have a whole lot of more information on that too, coming down the pike, because we like to have, you know, the backups to go with it in itself. You know what I mean? We're gonna touch on that a bit.
Then they gonna say that we gave out some wrong information and flag us on some bullshit.
Right. If we, yeah, right. See.
That's what they're gonna do on YouTube. They ain't gonna do that nowhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Right. So we make sure that
look,
ahead of time.
Since we at this point now, we can wrap it up for the YouTube, and go in on the rest of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So look, I'm gonna end. Let's end with this on YouTube as we kick YouTube, as we shed YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. For sure.
Two things right here. You know what I'm saying? In other news, right? You got this, right? These
Crews in
motherfuckers
Baltimore are making progress in removing the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge by demolishing a large section this afternoon. Crews detonated explosives in an effort to help remove a steel bridge truss. That truss has been lying on top of the cargo ship that slammed into the bridge more than a month ago. Crews say the controlled demolition will help them remove the 8 to 12 million pounds of bridge.
Hold on. Did that shit look? Didn't that shit look like the same like how the bridge fell? Or
Damn it.
That shit felt the same way. But they telling us that was a controlled demolition, but the other shit was the result of okay. You know what? You just
that remains on top of the ship.
Right?
Once all the debris is removed, the ship will be taken to a dock at the port. Officials hope they can move the ship out on Wednesday. Maryland Governor Wes Moore hopes to have maritime traffic flowing in and out of the port again by the end of the month.
Right. That shit, listen, I don't care what y'all say. That shit look like they motherfucking just did that look like the same way that damn bridge collapsed. You know what I'm saying?
Minus the extra dust.
Give me
a I know one thing they didn't bring up is somebody packaged late. I know that much. If that shit's still out there, somebody mad about they Timo or they fucking they Wish item.
I probably got some shit on there.
All right. But that was actually outgoing though. They said that thing was outgoing. That wasn't incoming because it would have been staying. That was leaving. So people thinking they shit got out there. Somebody missing a pair of jeans.
Yeah, because that's what it looked like. Like it's going out, heading out. You know
yeah, that's outbound. Yeah, that's outbound. They was on their way up out of here.
All right, so we about to get off of YouTube, but I wanted to put this up. I meant to put this up earlier. So this is your man Puff been spotted, right? Your man Puff been spotted. And I guess his lawyers told him to go out and act normal, stop acting.
Thank you, King. Come on now.
So they
very much.
Put that on mute. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't need to hear that shit. They ain't saying nothing. But look at Busta Rhymes right here. It's almost like Busta Rhymes is being told to come out. Like, come out here and support your man Puff. You know what I'm saying? Or we gonna tell you did. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Whoa, he was
you see they got the camera and all that. So it's like, it's just like the WWF that we talking about earlier. These motherfuckers trying to act like they ignoring the camera and shit. And look, they got Stevie J. So Stevie J, he was accused in this shit. Puff, he with Stevie J, right? You know what I'm saying? Bust, crazy little rumors about Bust too. You know what I'm saying? And he here with the diddler. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
Hey, Hey, check this out. We're gonna have a talk after this little stream thing too about this little subject here because I don't want to publicly make we're gonna investigate a little bit more real quick and then get back to some stuff. But that was kind of suspect. Some tendencies being revealed.
It's all sus,
Yeah. And for lack of a better term, we're gonna add a few more adjectives to that when we get done. But yeah, for sure. I see what you mean.
Y'all know what it is. We're signing off YouTube. We just gonna listen. You come over to motherfucking Rumble or
with Twitter, X
or Facebook or something. Same name, different platform. You know what I'm saying?